Just give me 2 minutes. We'll start in 2 minutes.
Am I audible? Yes. Okay.
Hi everyone. My name is Vicky Kumar Sharma. I'm your maths course instructor. Sorry for delay. So today is the first Solve with Us session. So I'll share my screen. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So everyone go to this joinpd.com.
Yes.
Yes. Everyone go to joinpd.com. Here, just type in the Google joinpd.com. Use code YFTRQW. Don't give any space in between. Okay, so I could see like 5 of you are connected. All you have to do is go to joinpd.com and use this code over here. So you'll be able to participate in this session. So I could see here we are like 180 of us here, around 180. So
Sir,
yes.
between P and R is a space or not?
There is no space. Don't give any space.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, sir. There's some problem with maths.
You have problem in maths?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So we'll take up that.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir. Because is a sir. Speak in a very fast.
Sir, I hope I'm audible. I just wanted to let you know just from the start. I think it would be best if you would start with, right away explaining the questions, because what happens is we've seen this in the other, such sessions where the instructor just gets bombarded with doubts and then we don't progress at all, or else the progress is very slow. So I think it would be awesome if you could, in line, one after the other, just explain all of the questions, or more than explain, just complete your slide, and then after that take up the doubts, because otherwise we just get stuck, and that has happened in the other sessions and it just works horribly for everyone involved. Thank you so much if you could accommodate that.
Thanks for pointing that. So all right. So today's session is something like, it's like two-way session. It will be like I'll be giving you a question and you'll be answering those questions. So that is how this session is going to be. So most likely I have some slides which I'll be reading to you and I'll be explaining some concepts, and then we can take up the questions, and all you have to do is solve with me. Okay, so this is the session. So yes, I could see like 155 of you have joined already, and I can see like 200 of us are here. So just go to joinpd.com and use this code. So meanwhile, like I can just start the class for time being. So I hope you are able to see my screen.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, sir, from IIT Madras, and another meeting has been scheduled at the same time from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.
I know that, yeah.
Sir,
So
what to do in this case, sir?
You can choose either, like you can be here or you can go there.
I think the choice is for
this
individual
session
both.
is also important. This problem solving session is very important. But even though there we can't get the qualifiers, that orientation session.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, why are these sessions overlapping,
Hello?
sir?
Hello, orientation session, they have done quite a few bits. I think there are 3-4 orientation sessions, and I think there will be a couple of more, I think. So you can attend one of the orientation sessions. It's more about the course and other things. Otherwise, you can go check it in YouTube. It's self-explanatory.
Yeah, even this video will be available on YouTube, so you can see after this as well.
Yeah, and orientation is more about the course and the grading and other things. And this is more about the subjects. I think let's get started with the subjects.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So yeah, thanks for clarification. So here I would still I could still see like we are like 200 of us here, 210. And
sir, can you please share the code?
Yeah, you can see here on the top right corner YFPRQW.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. So you can always see here on the top right corners. So go to joinpd.com and use this code, and you'll be able to join this session. All right. So let's start with the first thing. So I'll just give you a general idea what this session is about. So what we do here is like we take up some questions which is of graded type. Okay. And we try and solve those questions here. So this is how it happens. So here, I think here there are 6 questions, and not all are graded type, but yes, some of them will have a similar concepts. And that, so what we'll be doing here is I'll have a question to you, and I'll be expecting you to solve that question in some time period, let's say some 5 minutes or something, and then you will have to respond. So you will get that options where to respond on your screen. So I'll just take you through the slides and then explain you. So how to join, as you could see, like you have to go to joinpd.com, and you have used the code already, right? So, and that's why you are here on the peer deck. So yes, so there are some 6 questions over here, and based on the difficulty of questions and based on our understanding, we'll be set some time, let's say like 5 to 15 minutes for each questions, or it can be even lesser than this. And then we see like what is the what is the maximum response we are getting for it, and then we proceed ahead with the questions and we discuss the solution. So what I'll do here is, so since I have the solution with me, so whoever does it on time, or like I can take up randomly anyone here on this session, and I'll ask you to explain that answers. So I hope that will be fine to all of you. So I'll randomly pick any of you. Okay, and then I might ask you to explain the solution for this, and I myself will also discuss the solution. Okay. So this is how a sample screenshot, example of screenshot, how it's going to be. So if you're using a desktop or a laptop, you will see you will have a first question here. You can see here on the left box what you can see here, that is laptop and desktop. So this is how you will be able to see the questions. So you'll have a question here, and then you will be portions for answering. So wherein you can select whatever options you have to, or you can simply write on the response sheet and you'll be able to answer. So if you're using your mobile phone, so you'll be seeing something like this, as you can see on the right hand side over here. All right. Okay. So here is a simple test problem for you. So I'll mute everyone again. And so this is just to check whether you are able to respond or not. Okay.
Sir, after choosing the option, where will we say enter, or how will we say done?
It's just you have to choose the option, or if it's something comes to write, you just write down there, I'll get the response here. That's all. You don't have to submit or anything. You just select any option or just write down if you get an option for writing down. I guess here you will have an option to choose any of the 2, I guess. So that is something you have to do. So
hello, sir. May I have the join PD code so that
I
can join there?
Yes. Here it's on the top right corner. You can see YFPRQW. You can see, right? YFPRQW. So all right. So I could see like 226 of us have joined here and only 145 response. So I want all of you to participate on this.
No, नहीं participate नाटक कर रहे लोग. So what do we have to join? Like what?
Yeah, you have to go to joinpd.com. Just Google joinpd.com and use this code on the top right corner. That is YFPRQW. And you will be able to join this session. And you will be able to answer over here on this session. Okay. Clear? Okay. So I could see like,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Hello.
So I could see like I'm getting some responses like somewhat 180 or something. So I request all of you to mute yourself, and whenever it is asked to unmute, then unmute and speak. And if you unmute in middle, then we won't be able to participate. I mean, you'll be disturbing others. So let's not do that. Otherwise, I myself have to mute everyone then.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, so let's see what are the responses we got. So I'm from term 1 batch, and most of you are from the qualifier batch. So this is some figure I got to know. So most of you are from qualifier batch. I could see like 35 of you are from term 1 batch. So this is how you will be seeing the response. All right. Okay, so okay, so this is the first question for you, and I believe like you have already gone through some of the questions of the activity practice assignment, and this is solve with us question, and you could see like this is similar to one of your graded assignment question. So I want you to go through this question and select any of these options from. Gobi Krishnan, what do you want to write?
Sir, answer C.
Sir, actually, I have a doubt in the sum. Could you explain the sum, sir?
Sum.
Yes, sir. This question itself.
Excuse
Could
me, sir.
you explain?
Okay, I'll be taking you through the solution, but first I expect you to do this. Once you are done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'll give you some 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes to solve this question for me, and then we can discuss the solution thereafter.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, option C.
Sir, we just have to
You
select
don't have
the
to
option, na?
Yes. You just have to select the options.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. You don't have to say the options here, or you don't have to put it in the chat window. You have to select it what you see on the screen when you're using this periodic, this joinpd.com.
Sir, hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, sir. Option C is correct.
Okay, I just told not to tell the answers.
Yes.
You have to select from here.
Hello, sir.
You're using joinpd.com. You will see an options on the right hand side of yours screen, and there you have to select any options. Yes, you don't have to put it even in the chat box. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
So I'm unable to see the answer boxes. Is there any issues on my system?
Did you go to joinpd.com?
Yeah, I joined over there.
And did you use this code YFPRQW?
Yeah.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah. You're moving your cursor below the ERV. Yeah,
No. You have to be on that screen basically. Like you have to go to joinpd.com and you have to be on that page itself in order to respond.
Hello, sir. At the end of this session, will you give us a chance to ask doubts? It won't be graded assignment. It will be ungraded assignment. Will you give us the chance to ask?
If we can just wind up our session earlier, then we can take that. Okay.
Well, thank you, sir. Yeah.
All right. So I can see like 245 of you have already responded. And I can see like some 300 of us here. It's a good number. So we can do one thing. Like as soon as I get like 50% of you responding to this, I'll move ahead with the solution part. So okay. So maybe like we can see first what is the popular responses here. So 160 of you are telling option A. Most of you are even telling option C. And yeah, option D as well. So let's see what is the thing here. So I'll pick some of you here, and then you have to explain this for me first. Aarti, are you here?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'll do is like whoever raised their hand, I'll pick them among them. I'll pick. Okay.
Hello, sir. Please again repeat this code.
Yeah, you can see here on the top right corner. It is YFPRQW. YFPRQW. P, R, Q, W. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So yes, Nishant. Nishant, are you here?
Hello.
Yes, Nishant. All of you, please unmute yourself. Okay, I'll mute everyone over here and just unmute. And Nishant, unmute yourself and speak. Okay? Yeah, Nishant, go ahead. What was your response for this question? Nishant, unmute yourself and speak.
Hello.
Yeah, Nishant, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, my option is option A, 6, and the answer will be, since I have to select two elements. So let's say if I select A comma B, then for each pair, like I'll select from the set A B C D. So it will be like A comma B, A comma C, and A comma D. So
Correct.
respectively, if I select B, then the pair would be like A comma B, A comma C, and A comma D.
Yes.
So the total will be 6.
Yeah, right. All right. Yeah, that is one way of doing. That is something even I have given in my solution. So good. Thanks, Nishant. So
sir, can there be another method? Can I say the method I've used?
Yeah, please go ahead. What's your good name?
My name is Ritish.
Yeah, Ritish, go ahead.
I have used this combination formula. There are 4 elements and we want 2 elements, so 4C2. Right. Will that actually work? I'm not sure, but
yes,
I have used that.
Yes. And why not 4P2?
Because 4P2 is permutations. There will be more than one, but we cannot need repetitions of the same element. So exactly. We just need the combination, right?
Yeah. So all right. So yes, you pulled it right. So that is other way of doing it, and we will not encourage that for time being here on this particular session. So it's just because we don't know permutation and combination for time being, right?
Yes.
So
Okay.
Good that you
no
already
problem.
know this. So
okay.
And yeah. So as Nishant told, we'll go with that method. Okay. So let's go with the solution for this. So yeah, the solution is like, see, you have been given like, let's say A, B, C, D, E, some elements like this, okay? And you have to count basically 2 elements, counting the 2 elements from the subsets, right? So you can start with A, right? So when you go with A, then you can select A comma B, A comma C, A comma D. So you get 3 subsets from there. Now when you start with B, then you can get another 2 subsets, that is B comma C and B comma D. So all you have to note here is we are not taking B comma A just because we already have A comma B in our subset lists, right? So you can see here, you can see, if you can see my cursor, so you can see like A comma B, A comma C, and A comma D is already there in my list of subsets, right? So I will not be repeating that, right? So that is something we have to take care here. And C is one of the elements.
A comma E.
A comma
E.
Actually, okay. So basically here, I think it's a typo. It should not be E here. As you would have seen in the question A, B, C, D, it's not E here. So just forget for time being there is E element in this set. Okay. I think it's
Sir,
a typo.
what about A comma A? Why can't A comma A be there?
In your subsets?
Yes, sir. Why can't A comma A, B comma B, C comma C, and D comma D be there?
Okay. Could you tell me why? If you can guess something.
Because sir, here it is not written 2 distinct elements. It is just written 2 elements. So we can
Sir, I
take
think
A
we are
comma
not doing A cross A.
Sir, in set, duplication is not allowed, na?
Sir, I think it's not A cross A, sir. It's a subset of the set A.
Yeah, exactly.
So what he's talking about is talking about a Cartesian product.
It's not a Cartesian product over here.
I see.
It's
Okay,
just
yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So you can see here now from using element C from our set A, we can create another subset, that is C comma D, right? And finally, there is no need to check with D as one of the element in the case, right? So altogether you will have 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is equals to 6, right? So you will have 6 subsets with 2 elements. Now, one interesting thing, what you can note from here is,
excuse me, sir. We would have considered E if it would have been in the set, right?
Yeah, right. Actually, this is typo here. Yeah, but you told it right. So if you
Thank you.
Yeah. So, okay, so on general, for a set with cardinality n, okay, the number of two element subsets would be what? So this is it's just for knowing, that is why I have given it here. So you see, like we had it 4 elements in our case, right? So if we have 4 and you use this formula, that is n times n minus 1 by 2, you will get the answer as 6, right? So what if there are 5 elements? Can anybody put it in the chat box? What will be the answer if there are 5 elements? 10, 0, 10, 10, right? What about 6?
12.
6. What about 6? N is equals to 6.
15. 15.
15. Yeah. 15. Okay. So this is basically, it's coming out of your combination formula, but this is just for an extra purpose, just for understanding this, like how does it happen? Okay, so we are not going to generalize and we are not going to ask any questions on general terms like this, wherein permutation and combinations is involved. Okay, it's just a simple set we give. So all, see,
So,
yes, yes.
So I have a doubt. Do we consider the null subset, that is 5, as an element of the set? If we take that as an element, then we have another element and we can generate another set.
Yeah, but you have to use 2 elements.
Okay, so we will not consider 5 as an element. Like,
yeah,
even
because
though
that's an empty set, right? It does not contain any.
5
Phi
will
is not
still
an
be a
element.
subset. 5 will
I think
still
phi
be a
is just
subset of this,
representing.
but because it has only one element or no element, it won't appear in the question. I mean, the way it has been asked.
Okay, all
Hello,
right.
sorry
Thank you.
for interrupting. Please let
Yeah.
sir explain. If you interrupt in the middle, we'll all get confused. Let
Yeah.
sir conclude what sir is saying, and then you can add on. Thank you for clarifying also.
Yeah, thank you. So, all right. So, as you were asking, like, what about null set? So, we know null set, no elements, and we are asking for 2 elements, right? That's why we have only 6 for this question. All right. So, yes, as I was telling you, on general, like if you have n elements, then how to get into what is the criteria? So, basically, if there are n elements, so we have formula using permutation and combination thing, which we are not giving emphasis to. Okay, so I also wanted to give emphasis, why did we ask this question? Okay, so this question, the main purpose of asking this question was to give you an idea, okay, what is the subset and where do we get this subset from, and what do we mean, like with 2 elements, subsets with 2 elements, like these are the general thing we just wanted to we wanted you guys to know this. That is why a simple question like this was given. That's all. There was nothing more intention like this. I mean, nothing big question on this, right? So this can be like, let's say if we are going to make a qualifier paper or something, so this will be like a very subset of the difficulty. Okay, so this is just an idea to give you, like, okay, what do we mean by subsets and what do we mean by a subsets containing 2 elements? Just a very crude idea about it. Okay, so let's go with properties of relation, because the next question is something on this. So yes, so I think like you would have already gone through this, and I think you have attended my first live session also, wherein we extensively dealt with all this symmetric relation, transitive, reflexive, and equivalence relation. But just to brush up with the concept once. So when do we say a symmetric relation, or what do we mean by a symmetric property? So if I have A comma B in my relation,
sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry, extremely sorry. But then just want to check. You said this for 2 elements, right? Do you have any formula for 3 elements?
That's what, like, that is what we don't want to give you a formula for that right now. I mean, we are not encouraging that now. It's just that you have to list and understand. That's all is something.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry, I missed that.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So yes, just to give you an overview of what these properties of relations are. So first is like symmetric property. So I'll just simply read through this. You yourself can read through, and those who want to hear me, you can hear me out. So if A comma B is in relation R, then B comma A is also in relation R. If this is happening, then that relation is said to be a symmetric relation. Okay, so that is something about symmetric relation. So what about transitive properties? So if A comma B is in R relation R and B comma C is in relation R, then if A comma C is also there in my relation R, then it is a transitive property. Okay, so you can see even in the example over here. Mute everyone. All right. So, and what about reflexive properties? So for every elements in A, for every elements A in a set S, A comma A has to be in that relation R, which is defined on S, right? So all that reflexive property means if you have, let's say, set S, which contains element 1, 2, 3, and then you have a relation, something mentioned over here. So all we have to make sure that I have all that diagonal elements. I just introduced that term in my previous live session, just to tell you that if this is happening, that is A comma A, so we'll just use that word diagonal element for just addressing this element as that. Okay, so that is something we'll be using here. So you can see here, if A comma, that is 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, and 3 comma 3 is definitely there in this relation, and apart from that I can have any other elements, then it is turned out to be a reflexive relation. So if I just have 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, and 3 comma 3, it is still a reflexive relation, but I'm permitted to take another elements as well. So that is something a reflexive property says, right? So what do you mean
Sir,
by
sorry to interrupt. So there must at least be one element which is like in the format of A, comma A. Is that
not one element? You need to have all the elements. You need to
okay,
have
sir?
all
Okay.
diagrams. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Yeah. Then what about equivalence relation? So it is basically if a relation which satisfies all these three properties, that is symmetric, transitive, and reflexive, then it is equivalence relations. So this is just to give you an overview of what this.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah,
in the lecture, they told that anti-symmetric property is also an equivalence relation. How is that, sir? Anti-symmetric property is also an equivalence relation, they said, sir. How is that?
How is that a relation?
Equivalence relation, sir.
No. In equivalence relation, you need to have only these three properties to be fulfilled. That's all. Okay. You don't need to have an anti-symmetric relation. Okay.
Sir, in transitive property, if we have one other subset, for example, 4, 7 or something like a single set, will still be a transitive property.
Transitive property.
Like we here has three sets to satisfy the property 1, 2, 2, 4, and 1, 4. If we have only 1, 2, and we don't have the other two sets 2, 4, and 1, 4, will still be a transitive.
Yeah. If you just have one element like 1, 2, that's all, right?
Yeah.
It's still a transitive relation.
And what if we have two elements 1, 2, and 2, 4, but not 1, 4?
Then it won't be a transitive relation, guys.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, is 0 a natural number?
Yeah.
0 is a natural number, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, what about
okay, let's not get into the general topics right now. Let's just stick on to the things.
So could you please brief about anti-symmetric relation, like if A and B
I'll tell you one thing. If I think you will have the link for this first live session of math, so you can just simply seek through the video what I myself has taken that. You can just seek through that and see if you can understand. If you are able to understand, it's good enough. If you are not, just put it in a forum. We'll take from there. Okay.
Okay.
But I really advise you to see that because we have discussed some 4 or 5 examples there. Okay. I think that will convince you. Okay. So having known those types of relations, so we have a first question over here, a second question over here. So it's given that let a relation R be defined such as A comma B, your relation R contains element A comma B, where A and B lives in the same city. Now you have to state whether the following statement is true or false. Okay, whether R is a symmetric relation.
It is true.
So it's true.
So you have to give it response to response in peer deck. I mean this thing, joinpd.com, where you are there. So give response over there. You don't have to verbally tell it. All right, so we can see some popular answer here. So more than one of you are telling it's true.
Sir, where to give?
Go
Sir,
to
where to submit answer?
Go to joinpd.com. Just search on Google joinpd.com and use this code. That is
Okay.
what you see in the top right corner, and you will be able to participate from there. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Sir, what is the code for that?
You can see here on the top right corner, YFPRQW. Don't give any space in between them. Okay. All right. So I think most of you have.
Sir, I am on the link, but I don't have the option to give the answer. So from where I have to give the answer, sir?
See, when you go to joinpd.com and you use this code, you'll be directed to this page.
I have seen the question, sir, but there is not any space to write the answer or where to select the answer.
You will have only two options to select: yes, no. You just have to select any of them and do not submit. Yes.
I think you should refresh.
Yeah.
The answer button is at the bottom of the screen. If you click there, it will show the options where you can click the correct answer or whatever you think it is. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Thank you. Full screen, I think. That's why.
Okay. All right. No problem. Thanks, Ritesh. All right.
Please, sir, please lock the screen before skipping the page.
Okay, sure. I'll do that. So, all right. So you can see here, I can see here, most of you have given answer. And I see that the popular answer is yes. I mean, 251 of you are telling it's yes. So yes. So maybe I can ask someone over here. Arihant Jan, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Arihant, can you tell me why is this true? I mean,
is my voice clear?
Yes, Arihant, go ahead.
Okay, so the given statement is R a symmetric relation, and the condition for symmetric is if A comma B is present, then B comma A should also be present in the relation.
Right.
And since A and B live in the same city, it can also be stated that B comma A live in the same city. That's why.
Yeah, perfectly right. I mean, that's the solution what even I have written. So thank you, Arihant. So you told it right. So that is the right answer. So the same thing, even I have written it here on the bottom of the screen. You can see if A comma B is in the relation. In this question, A and B lives in the same city. Then B comma A will also be in R. So observe that A and B lives in the same city is same as saying that B and A lives in the same city, as Arihant told, right? So this is truly understandable that R is a symmetric relation. All right. So now what about this? Question 3. Take time. Take like two minutes. Solve this. So the question is, let a relation R be defined as R equals to A comma B, basically an element A comma B, such that A and B lives in the same city. Now you have to state whether the following is true or false. R is a transitive relation. Okay. So give your response to that.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, where do I get that answer option?
I guess you get it on joinpd.com. You go to joinpd.com, use this code, and you will be directed to this page which I'm showing you here, and you will be able to participate from there. And
the option is on bottom right.
Yes. So yes.
I think if you are using your mobile phone, then you have to rotate in landscape mode, and both answers and question will come in the same page.
Okay.
And there is the option in bottom right, which in green color. Tap on that button, you will get the answers.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see, like we could see like 200 of you have already responded. So let's see what are the popular answers. So, okay, 150 of you says it's true. rest all of you say it's false, we'll give another like 30 seconds or something, and then we'll choose any of you to answer this. All right, so I could see like most of you have given your response, and I can see like a significant amount of you are telling it as a false as well. So let's see what is the popular answer is of course true, but let's see what someone has. I mean, I'll pick someone of you and see. So Muhammad Shahid, are you here? Shahid?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Shahid, what is your answer for this question?
So it's true.
It's true. Can you explain why?
Yes, sir. Sir, if me and my friend live in the same city, and my friend and her friend also lives in the same city, then obviously I and her also lives in the same city.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's the right answer. Thanks, Shahid. So I think even I have given the same solution for this.
Sir, one doubt, sir. But there's no
where
C.
is the C?
Yes, sir.
C is not
That's my
defined.
question, sir. Where is the C? There's no
All
C,
right.
sir.
So that's what you have to think. So I know most of you have a problem over here. See, this relation.
C is just a variable. It does
that's
not
what.
show that,
See, this relation set is in set comprehension form, right? So you have to first think of some examples and then try to generalize it. That should be your primary approach for questions when it is in the set comprehension form. So you can see this relation is in set comprehension form, right? And we say A comma B. You might ask, okay, like A, B. So now who is that A and who is that B? So you no need to really stick on to a particular person. Okay, this person is fixed like A and B, and in this relation only those two are there. That's all. That is not it meant from this set comprehension. Okay, so that's how we should generalize it. You have to think of, so you first have to come up with examples and then see that does not violates your relation set, right? And once it does not violates the relation set, then you go check whether that elements satisfies the condition of transitivity or not. If it does, then yes. Then you try to generalize it, and then you check whether yes, that is happening or not. As most of you are telling, okay, if A comma B lives in the city, and same like B comma A lives in the same city, then definitely A and C also lives in the same city, right? And as Shahid pointed out, giving as friend example, like okay, these two are people and the friend also lives in the same city, then definitely all three of you are living in the same city, right? So that is what the answer is written over here. Yes.
So we have to imagine C and then
Exactly.
go with the problem.
So you don't have to see, this is like a common mistake all of us does. Even if I would have been studying it for the first time, I would have done this mistake. So all you have to do is whenever a relation set is given to you, and if it is in the set comprehension form, do not fix the element. If I say A comma B, need not be A comma B itself, right? It is just a general notation, right? When you write in the set comprehension form, and then you come up with example, and then you check whether that example is transitive or not. If it is, then you try to generalize, and then you check on general cases if that satisfies that condition or not, and then you come to a conclusion, yes, it is a transitive relation, right? All right.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Excuse
so now,
me, sir.
yes.
Sorry to interrupt. So means A and B are just a representative of the whole people who are living in the same city, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Whenever it comes in set comprehension form, take it in a general form. Okay. All right.
Sir.
Okay.
Sir, the relation we have defined in the set relation form, set comprehension form, that capital A and capital B, it can be anything, so not like A and B only.
Yeah.
B and C cannot be like that.
Yeah, you can take any of them. You can generalize. Yeah. All right. Now this you would have seen it, at least not in your graded assignment, but yes, you would have seen it in your practice assignment or something. So yes, I want you to answer this question, and we can. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so Devendra has 3 sons. I think most of you would have done it. If you haven't done it, just solve with me here. So you can see Devendra has 3 sons, that is Jatin, Ravi, and Haim. Rabi has one son named Rathi. Haim has two sons, Avi and Manish. This family tree is shown in the figure as you can see here, right? So now you have two relations, that is R and S, and that is defined as you can see here. Now relation R says A comma B such that A and B are first cousins. That is their parents are siblings. So we know what first cousin means, right? And another relation which is represented as S over here. So S is equals to set of all elements A comma B, where A is a son of B. Okay. So now over here you can see on the right hand side, figure is given to you, and you can even see some of the options given to you. So what you have to do is you answer it like whichever you feel options is being right, that is A, B, C, D, whichever options you feel right. You can just give your answer as comma separated form. Like if A, B, D are right, then give it as A, comma B, comma D, if those are right options. Okay. So we'll give you some time, like let's say some 4-5 minutes, and then we can proceed ahead. All right.
Sir, sorry, sir. Can you please explain what are first cousins?
Sorry?
What a first cousin mean?
First cousin means, you understand Hindi?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's like chacha ka beta.
Okay, so the parents, brother or sister is related to the son like that?
Yeah, like that.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, activity question 10, question number 6.
Okay.
Can you get it cleared?
Right now?
Yes.
Shall we take it at the end? Because
okay, no problem, no issues. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
if we have time, we'll take it at the end.
Okay, no issues.
So I think 300 of us are here, and as soon as we see like 150 response has come, or like if somebody of you wants some more time, we can wait for some more time and then get our responses and then go to solutions. All right.
So option B is correct.
You don't have to tell. You shouldn't tell the answer. You shouldn't put it in the chat box. Give your response on the joinpd.com. We'll take your response from there.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yes.
Sir, what is the meaning of R is an equivalent relation in the given options? What is the meaning of that, sir?
It means like here the R is given to you, right? You can see here we have defined two relations.
Yes, sir. Yes,
right?
sir.
And you have to check whether that relation is equivalent relation or not, or equivalence relation or not.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I have doubt from a previous question. That if we suppose it is necessarily कि C को हमें same city से ही मानना पड़ेगा.
हाँ, that is what it's given in the state comprehension. No? It lives in that.
Okay, thank you.
So what do you mean by A and B in this family tree?
That's what. Okay. So here it clearly says, na? A and B are the first cousins. Their parents are siblings. That is, their parents are siblings. So let's say me and my uncle's son is my first sibling. So that is, if I am A, then my uncle's sibling is B. That is what it means.
Okay, I got it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, but how A is related to A?
Yeah, that's what you have to think, no? And give the answer over here. All right, so I can see some popular. Do you need some more time, like 1 minute or 2 minutes? Do you need time?
No, sir. No,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Enough time.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, all
No,
right.
sir.
All right.
No, sir.
Okay, let's see.
Unable to get it.
No, sir.
Unable to get it. Okay, fine. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see what are the popular answers. B comma D, B comma D, B comma D, A comma B comma D, B comma C, B comma D. All right. D, A, B, D. Okay. Seems like the concept is not clear for most of you over here. All right. So let's discuss this. I can see most of you have given wrong answers here. Very few have given right answer. All right. So let's see where you are getting stuck. All right. Okay. All right. So maybe like you can raise your hand in here and I'll ask you, maybe we can go option by option and understanding.
Sir, suppose A is me.
Wait, Ravi. So I'll ask you, wait, but I would like to pick someone from here. Kanika Mishra, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right, Kanika. I'll mute everyone first and then you unmute yourself and then speak, okay? Yes, Kanika.
Yes, sir.
Could you tell me why?
Answer is
Okay, Kanika, can you tell me? I'll just go with options. Like we have four options over here.
yeah.
Maybe like you can try first option over here and tell me why it is, whether first option is correct or wrong.
I think it's wrong because if a person is a cousin to someone, he could be his own first cousin. So it is not symmetric, and if it is not symmetric, then it will not be equivalent as well.
Okay, Kanika. Okay, so Kanika, I would like to tell here. So let's say we two are cousin. Okay, you are like my uncle's daughter. All right.
Yeah.
So what happens is like I'm your cousin, and
Yeah.
for you even I'm your cousin.
Yeah.
So are we symmetric? Is this a symmetric relation? If
Yes,
I am
it is
A
a
and if you are
symmetric
B.
relation, but not reflexive. Sorry, I just.
Yes. It is not reflexive, but it is symmetric, right? Yeah. Why it is not reflexive? Because let's say if I am A, and for reflexive I have to be A comma A, right? So
yes.
It's like my name
One
is
cannot be the cousin to self.
so yeah, so I cannot be cousin to myself, right? So this is not reflexive, isn't it?
Yes, sir, I got it.
Yeah, I think Kanika, you missed to say instead of saying it reflexive, you told it symmetric, right? Yeah. Okay. Can you tell me, is it transitive?
Yes, it is transitive.
Why?
So because if
give one example, take me in your example.
Transitive. Because suppose my father, I have a cousin from my father's side, and I also have a cousin from my mother's side. So they both are not going to be cousin to each other, first cousin to each other. Therefore, it's not transitive.
It is not transitive.
Yes, sir.
No. You don't have to take from your mother's side. No, you have to. Okay, like let's say you are taking from mother's side as well. So take it in that sense as well. Okay, that is going to be a transitive relation. Let's see I'm your cousin, and I have another cousin. Let's say Ayush. Okay, so we three are cousins. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So here we are talking about first cousins, and so first cousins are.
Yeah.
But your father might have two brothers, na? Or two sisters.
Yeah, that's what, no?
Yeah. So they
Yeah.
can be siblings also.
Yeah, right? So you have to consider that.
Sir, a cousin relation or a brother sister relation can never be equivalent, sir.
Like it can never be equivalence. Like how do you define that relation? A is a brother of B?
Yes, sir. I am asking, sir. Never be equivalent, sir. Equivalence नहीं हो सकते ना, sir, वो दोनों.
नहीं हो सकते. Okay.
Jatin is cousin to Rabi, and Rabi is cousin to Jatin. So sorry, Rabi is cousin to him.
Yeah, exactly. That is right.
So what's the answer? B and D.
Wait. The first option is gone from here. The first is not equivalent relation. It's because it is not.
So
Wait,
this is not transitive, no?
Let me. Yeah, this is transitive.
It's
This
transitive,
is
right?
this
It is transitive.
but this is not
Reflexive, not
Yeah.
reflexive.
Sir, it's not transitive also, sir. Based on the diagram.
I'll tell you why.
It is
Okay,
No,
transitive.
I think it is transitive but not reflexive.
Sir, it is
Yes,
not
it is not
transitive.
reflexive.
Not transitive.
It is transitive.
It is
Uh,
transitive. Huh?
Okay.
Okay,
Look
let
at
Sir
this.
explain.
Father
Let
has
Sir
more
explain.
than one
Alright.
sibling, then it is transitive.
All right. So here I have for you those who can read and understand, and those who doesn't want to, I'll tell it. Okay.
Sir, I have a query.
Yeah. I'll take. It's better. I'll go here. So here you can see Rathi, Avi, and Manish. They are cousin, right? They are cousin.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Because they are the first cousin because their parents are siblings, isn't it? Avi and him are siblings, right? So Rathi, Avi, and Manish is cousin, right? Cousins, first cousins. So if in my relation, if Rathi is A and Avi is B, okay. So I have that in my relation, and then you see Avi and Manish. Is Avi and Manish, are they falling in this condition?
No, sir.
No.
Avi and Manish.
No, sir. They're brothers.
No,
So, okay,
sir.
so this is not happening.
No, sir.
Right?
Because they are siblings.
But Rathi and Manish, see A comma B, B comma C, here Avi and Manish case will not come. So let's take A as Avi. Okay, let's.
Sir, because
Sir,
Rathi is
what if
not
we have like an example
first cousin
for...
of him.
Sorry?
Sir, because Rathi is not a first cousin of him.
Actually, yes. Let me correct
Sir,
it here. Let me correct. I told transitive, right?
So we have a transitive here, but the option is not given for selection.
Yeah. I'll tell you, this is not even transitive actually. I think.
Sir, it is not transitive.
Yes, it is not transitive.
Sir, Rathi is first cousin to Avi, and Rathi is also first cousin to Manish. But Avi and Manish are not first cousins.
Yeah,
So it's not
Yes,
transitive.
yes. That point will
Sir, if Jati
isolate.
either has a son or a girl, it could be transitive, sir. If Jati has a son.
Sir, if we take...
All right. Let me speak now.
Sir, please mute everyone, sir.
Please everyone mute.
Okay, so now I'll repeat this. So first of all, coming to the first option, R is equivalent relation or not. So we came to know that it is an reflexive relation, not reflexive. It is not a symmetric relation. Sorry, it is a symmetric relation because if Rathi and Avi, if they are the first cousin, then obviously Avi and Rathi are also the first cousin, right? If I take another example like Rathi and Manish in my relation, then Manish and Rathi is also my first cousin. So this is symmetric relation. But what about transitive? So now we'll take the same example, Rathi and Avi. Okay, so Rathi and Avi, they are the first cousin. But you see, if Rathi is A and Avi is B, right? So I should have B comma C. But you see, can I take Avi and Manish?
No, sir.
Sorry, can I stop in? Sorry, Avi and Manish, the question will not rise. They are brothers, so the set condition is not met there. We are talking only about cousins. Why are we talking about siblings here? So it is a transitive function.
Okay, that's right. Let's analyze the other options from here. Okay, that is one way of telling it. Of course, we can't consider Avi and Manish in our relation, right? Can we consider that? We cannot do that, isn't it? Why? Because they are not the first cousin. That's why it will not be taken.
Set condition itself, they are first cousins. So where is the question of sibling coming into this?
Exactly.
They are brothers, right?
Yeah, so we cannot take this relation over here, right? So we can only have Rathi and Avi. We can also have Rathi and Manish in our relation, right? So if I can get my relation R such that I will have in that relation Rathi, Avi, Rathi and Manish can also be in that relation, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can I take?
To be transitive, A comma
Sir,
B
I have a question.
and B comma C should be there, but and so this implies A comma C, but we can find A comma B and A comma C, but not B comma C here. So it's not transitive.
Sir, I think in the last session you told that the and condition, if it's not fulfilling, then also it's transitive.
Okay. So now
Sir,
let's take Rathi Avi. So I'll take this. You can see my screen, right? So I have Rathi Avi.
Sir, transitive.
Sorry.
Sir, actually it is not transitive because sir, if Avi and Rathi, if I take, so then it is their first cousins.
Rathi and Avi. So I'll take
Avi and Rathi
okay,
and
let me take
Rathi
this.
and
Rathi
Manish.
and Avi. I can have Rathi and Avi, right? Can I have Avi and Manish?
No.
Yes.
I cannot
No,
have.
no, no.
We cannot
Sir,
have.
if Manish is son of Jatin, then it is
No, sir.
transitive.
Yeah, I cannot have this in my relation, right?
Yes, that is
Because
why
they
it's
are
not
brothers.
transitive.
Yeah. Now what about no, but that cannot be in my relation at all, right?
Sir,
Sir, Rathi and Manish, sir.
Sir, just
Now,
take the
I
opposite,
will
like
take these
Avi,
two.
Rathi, Manish.
I can only have this Rathi and
Manish.
Manish, right?
Yes,
It
sir.
satisfies A comma B and A comma
That's
C.
all, sir.
So that's all, right? So could you tell me, is this relation a transitive relation?
No, sir.
Yes,
No, sir.
Transitive.
Yes, sir.
It is
It's not
Avi,
transitive.
Rathi and Rathi,
No, no.
Manish. So Avi and
No,
Manish is
sir, it's
not.
not.
Sir, yes, sir.
It is actually.
Because there
Yes,
is
sir.
no B, comma C.
Does not fulfill the and condition as you told.
No.
Yeah. See, this does not fulfill the and condition. Even this does not fulfill the and condition, right? So this is.
So you still have option of to have Avi and Rati and Manish and Rati also, right?
Sir, you
Which will
can
be
take Avi,
symmetric.
Rati.
Repetition.
No,
Yeah.
that is not repetition. That is a
It
different
can be
element
symmetric,
altogether.
but not
It will be a
transitive.
symmetric.
You mean to say why
Sir.
to take Jatin and Ravi and him?
Sir.
No, you already have Rati and Avi and Rati and Manish.
Sir,
But
please
if it is a
mute
first cousin
everyone
for
and
Avi and
explain
Rati also,
yourself.
it is.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay. See, I'll tell you, in our relation, we can only have our relations between Rathi, Avi, and Manish, correct? We cannot have between Jatin, Ravi, and him because they are brothers. Or, they are basically, they are brothers or they are sisters, whatever, right?
Sir, will they be second cousin, Jatin, Ravi, and him?
Jatin, Ravi, and him.
Will they be second cousin?
No, they are not cousin, no?
They are pure siblings.
They are pure siblings.
Sir, I would like to ask a question.
Sir,
The set is only formed in the third layer, which is Rati, Avi, and Manish.
Ravi, Manish, that's all.
So we have option of to have Rati and Avi and Rati and Manish. That is one. But reverse is also possible, right? Avi and Rati and Manish and Rati.
Yes, sir. Reverse is also possible.
Okay, let's take that.
Sir,
Repetition.
Sir, if Jatin has one child.
Okay, wait. Now we'll take Avi and Rati. Now this is another relation, right?
Sir, can't we add these elements to the first relation that you have written down there?
Sir, it also
You can give it in the same relation.
it will also not
The
work, sir.
relation we are seeing here is about the first cousin.
About the first cousin.
Yes, sir.
Sir, if Manish is the children of Jatin, Manish is a child of Jatin, then it is transitive.
Yes, sir. How can it be transitive?
No, we are not talking about transitive. We are talking about symmetric.
And if sir, Jatin has one child, then the relation must be
right now we are
transitive.
talking about the elements of the set. That
We are just
elements of the set which is getting the symmetric.
All right. Let me complete this. So now
Sir,
another relation, if you want,
obviously.
there is no doubt it is symmetric. We are looking for transitivity. Okay.
Yes.
So now let's check with, now as someone told, why can't we take like this? Avi and Rathi. So this to my relation. And let's take then Manish and Rathi.
So combine all four elements in the one relation.
Okay. So now you mean to say like, now you have Rathi and Avi.
Then sir, how can Rathi and Rathi be the first cousin? It's not
Yes,
transitive.
yes. Rati and Rati will can never be the first cousin.
It's not transitive, sir.
It's not transitive, sir.
Not transitive.
Also, it is
Sir,
not
can
up
we
to
write
the
Avi and Rati,
definition, sir.
Rati and Avi like that?
Because Rati should be the
Sir, in this
of
we have to
second
write
set.
Rati
Okay,
first.
let me finish this.
Sir, two siblings can't be first cousin.
Two siblings
No,
can't.
the main thing is that you have two brothers, na.
Yes.
Now this
Sir,
is
please
all
get over
elements
with it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Now this is the only elements I can have in my relation, right? These are the only elements I can
Yes,
have
sir.
in my relation. Nothing more than this, nothing less than this in relation, right? So now let's try and understand. See, if this case was there, it was transitive. But now let's look at if all elements we have listed, whether this relation going to be a transitive relation, okay? So this is A, this is B. Do anything starts with a V, right?
And one
A is
person
there.
speak at a time.
So do I have Rathi, Rathi in my relation?
No.
No, so this is not transitive. Okay. So if I take all the elements, I'll repeat again. So pay attention to this. So this is all possible elements that I can have in my R, right? When I'm talking about transitive relations, right? So now you see that if this is my A, this is my B, then I have to check for B comma C. What is my B? A V, right? So let me see, do I have a V in my relation? I see, yes, it's here, right? So this becomes B and the corresponding element turns out to be C, right? So then I must have A comma C in my relation.
No.
Wait. I must have A comma C in my relation, so which is Rathi comma Rathi. But Rathi comma Rathi is not there in my relation over here, right?
So but Rathi is A.
Sorry?
So but Rathi is A. How can Rathi be A and C?
Yeah, that's contradictory to what sir is writing. That's only
Yeah,
sir.
that's what.
He is Manish.
That's what.
Yes,
this is
sir, I got
not
it.
happening. That is why.
Sir,
this
is Rati and Avi same as Avi and Rati, sir? Because both are the first person. So what's the difference in writing them in different order?
No, but that is okay. I mean, see, you cannot have the repetition of the elements, but you can write this way. It's just same as saying like, how do you say reflexive relations then? If let's say if Avi and Manish, so like how you will be telling it like whether this is a symmetric relation or not, right? So you just have to interchange that. That's all.
Yeah, we have
Nothing to do with that.
we have Manish and Avi.
Yeah, you can have these
Hello,
elements.
sir.
I
But
hope
then-
you understood this. Do you have doubt on this?
But then last time you told that A and B are living in the same city, it's a transitive function, transitive relation. If you go by that logic, then I think here the same thing, Rathi, Avi and Rathi, Manish, those are the two relations that you should, sets you should take into consideration. And you should ignore all the other one. It's a transitive.
No. There is a
No,
difference.
both are
No,
different.
last time the condition was person from same city, and here the condition is first cousin.
Yeah.
So
Here
what
we
the
have
condition?
all the
here is the
variables, three
parent.
variables, na?
The
Here
parents
we
are the
have
city here.
three variables.
Sir, this condition is valid when Avi and Manish are not siblings.
Yes,
last time we actually had an invisible. No,
If
last
we
time we
take
had an
them from different
invisible.
fathers, then it can be.
Sir, if Manish is son of Jatin, then it is transitive.
Yes, then it is
Okay, so
transitive and
let's not
equivalence
go with
also.
that if conditions and all that we can understand. But all we know is in our relation, I can only have these elements. And if I have these elements, and then I can see this relation is not transitive. Okay?
Not transitive, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not transitive.
Okay, now let's
And
move on.
One more thing, like
So
I
last
mean,
time you actually
last
assumed
time it
there will be
was-
another person.
Sir,
C in
next
the
question,
same
please.
city.
Sir,
No,
next question.
Yes, sir.
last
Next
time
question.
it
Next
was
question.
in
Okay.
set
What
comprehension.
was that last
I
time?
think the question is not finished.
Yeah.
Last time you actually said that we assumed one more person. C.
One person. Yes.
So mute everyone, sir.
So last time
Otherwise they will
you
stick
said that there is
together
one person C assumed to be another guy saying the same city. So in this case, if we assume that there is one more cousin which is
That is the difference.
under the
That is the
same parent,
difference.
then it will be.
See, that is the difference. Now you can have a set comprehension. I can say, let's say X such that X belongs to a natural number. Okay. Now this is one relation. Now I have another set X and I say X belongs to a natural number and X is lesser than or equals to 10. So you see, when I give a condition, accordingly my relation changes, right? There I'm telling entire city. And here we are talking about these many siblings, right? So I'm giving a constraint over here saying that, okay, these are brothers and these are first siblings, right? So
Yeah,
I
that
give
is
a condition.
only, that clarifies actually. So we have a limited.
When you constrain your relation, then accordingly your relation changes, your elements in relation changes, right? So that is something we got to understand. All right.
That's what the picture basically limits that objects, whatever we need to work on.
Yeah. All right. So now here, I'll just summarize. We were on the first option and we told R is not an equivalence relation. It's because R is not a transitive relation and R is also not a symmetric reflexive relation. It is just a symmetric relation. That's all. So for it to not be an equivalent relation, any of these conditions violates. Like if it was not just a reflexive, I no need to really for any other options. If it is violating any of this, I will simply say it is not an equivalent relation. So here the first option is wrong. Now let's go with the second option, that is Rathi and Ravi, which belongs to S. But
I think it's right.
Okay, so who is that? Who is telling this? Who told this? I want you to give the explanation. Aditya, is it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Aditya, can you tell me why?
Sir, because Rathi is a son of Ravi, but not Ravi is a son of Rathi.
Yeah. So this is the right option. Is this a right option?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's right option.
It's the right option.
Yes,
Why?
sir, it
Yes,
is.
sir.
Because you see,
S is A, comma B, where A is son of B. So Rathi is the son of Ravi, but Ravi isn't the son of Rathi, right? So it cannot be possible. So it is correct.
Yeah. Okay. So that is one way of saying, or it's simply like here B is the father of A, right? So when B is the father of A, look at this chart. Okay. So Ravi, where is Ravi? Ravi is here. And Rathi is the son of Ravi. So of course that belongs to my S. But what about this? Is Rathi a father of Ravi? That is not the case, right? That does not belongs to us, this relation S, right? So that therefore this option B is right over here. Correct?
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubt on this? No, right?
No, sir.
No, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay, now let's go with the third option, wherein it was told Rathi comma hem belongs to R. Right?
It's
No,
wrong.
sir, it's not true.
Wrong.
It's false.
It's incorrect, right? Why?
It's not
So
right.
because
they are
Rathi,
siblings.
Hem is the uncle of Rathi,
Because Hem is an uncle of Rathi.
not first cousin.
Yeah. Okay. So I think you got this. Do any of you need explanation on this? Or should we go with the next option?
We can move on the
Next
next.
question, sir. Next question.
Yeah, we can go next.
So only B is correct, sir.
Only B
No,
is
sir.
No, sir.
No.
B and D.
D is also correct.
Even D is correct. But yes. Now
Let's discuss D.
let's discuss
B
D.
and D. B and D.
Okay, I'll mute everyone again and then we'll discuss D. Right? So now let's understand this. Here, is Devendra father of Jatin? Yes. That
Yes,
belongs
yes.
to S.
No.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Father
Yes,
of
sir.
Jatin.
Yes, sir.
Is Devendra father of Rathi?
No,
No,
sir.
right?
No,
That is why it
no.
does not belong to
He is a
us.
His
grandfather.
grandfather.
He's a grandfather. And it clearly says in our statement like Rathi
Does not belong.
does not belongs to S. Therefore, this D option was right. Okay. So now
Yes,
we
sir.
see that only B and D options are correct over here. All
B
right.
and D.
Okay. Now let's go with the next concept. That is something to do with the Venn diagrams. So we understood like we did some questions on sets and some questions on relations, and let's do some questions on this Venn diagram related problem. So what do we mean by, so if, see, this is basically the one which you see here. Yes. No doubt, right? All right.
वो transitive होता?
So please
Mute
continue.
everyone.
Take
Mute
the
everyone.
dark.
All right. So now let's go with the complement of set. So now see the one, what you see here, a white square box. This is something we say as universal set. Okay, so this Venn diagram depicts a set. All right. So this white rectangular box, what you see is a set basically, and it depicts universal set. Okay. And now you have another set called A, which you can see here on the center, that is marked with the black color. So this entire region represents set A. Then what do we mean by A complement? So A complement is denoted as A to the power C, as you can see here. So it includes all those elements of universal set excluding set A. So it does not contain set A elements. Except set A, it contains all other elements. So that is what A complement means. All right. So what do we mean by set subtractions? All right. So now you have, let's say, as I told you, so this is again a rectangular, you can see a rectangular box over here with some checks inside. So this represent your universal set inside which you have set A and you have set B. Okay. So what do we mean by set A minus B? So basically, how do you modify elements which is belonging to another set? So one way of doing is subtracting something, right? So how is that denoted in sets? So it's not written as A minus B, but you see something over here, A slash B, right? So this indicates that's A minus B. So you can see here in the Venn diagram as well, A minus B is denoted over this yellow region, as you can see here. This yellow region denotes A minus B. Okay. So this is something what we get, how we can modify a set, right? What we can do, what else we can do? We can do some union and we can do some kind of intersections. Okay. So what do you mean by union? So it's basically the sum of set A and B where repetitions is basically not allowed. So you mean, what I mean to say here is you will have a common region and that common region should not be added twice. That is what we do in the union. So that is, so that I think all of you know this. This is just to give you an overview like what you have already gone through, and then we'll go with the questions. All right. Then what do we mean by intersection? So A intersection B is the region, as you can see here on the right hand side. So you can see here on the right hand side, A intersection B is denoted over here. You can see here this, I mean, we have used this zigzag kind of things to depict that region. So that is something A intersection B, and A union B is something you can see here on this Venn diagram, wherein, you know, this entire region is shaded. This A and B. One thing we have to notice is we do not count the elements over here. What do we mean by this? Is something all of you know, but you will understand it better when we are doing this problem. Okay. So basically, okay, so this is about this. Now here are some formulas. So let's just quickly go through these formulas and we'll take a question. So A union B is nothing but number of elements in set A plus number of elements in set B minus the number of elements which are in both set A minus B. Okay, so this is something you have already gone through. And then you have it A minus B plus A intersection B. It basically gives the number of elements in set A, which you can understand by yourself that if A minus B represents A only region and A intersection B represents A and B regions, so when you sum them up, you get elements of A. Similarly, B minus A.
I can't see the screen on peer deck. Can I refresh?
Yeah, you can refresh and check. Yeah. All right. Now,
excuse me, sir.
Mhm.
Would you mind if I give a suggestion?
Yeah, please.
Sir, I would request you to right now just force mute everyone so that they cannot unmute themselves, and we would just carry on the session and take the doubts later on. Is that possible?
Let me check if I can do that.
Yes, sir, that would be better. Then.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Before you apply the suggestion of my dear friend, I just have a question. Have you done the questions on the relation intervals? Because I am specifically joining for intervals, or it is going to come.
Intervals. There was one question on activity, something related to that.
Yeah. Sixth activity. There is a question. I have tried many times. I'm not able to.
Okay, I will do that question for you after this session. Okay.
Yes, sir. This is in activity 6. There is a question regarding some interval. So I'm not able to understand. So
okay, fine. I'll take up that sheet and let's see if we can do something with it. Okay?
And just sir, are you going to share these problems with us on the portal?
Yeah, we will share. We'll share with you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so as you suggested, I have muted all of them, and we will just unmute whoever, raise their hands, and when we are asking questions at that time. Okay. So thanks for that suggestion. All right. Similarly, what do we mean by A union B? So A union B can also be written as you have seen on the first item what we showed. So you have another alternative way of writing it, that is A minus B. The elements which contains, so A minus B is A only elements plus B only elements plus intersection of A and B, right? So that is something A union B can be written as. So what about A union B union C? So you have the formula, that is A, that is elements in set A plus elements in set B plus number of elements in set C minus A and B minus elements of B and C minus element of C and A. Then you will have to add A intersection B intersection C, that is A and B and C. Okay. And I assume like all of you have gone through these lectures and you are very much fine with this. So having known that, I'll go with the question number 5 over here, and I want you to answer this. I'll give you 5 minutes. You have to enter the cardinality of this set. So basically you have to tell that region that is the region which is common to all three of them, that is X and Y and Z. So what will be the cardinality of X and Y and Z set? Okay. So I'll give you 2 minutes, not 2 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. Solve this. So basically like whoever does it and who wants to tell this, who wants to discuss this answer can raise your hand over here and I'll randomly pick any of you and then we can discuss this. Do not post your answers in the chat box. Go to joinpd.com and use this code and participate over there. Please do not post your answers in the chat box. Use this peer deck, use this joinpd.com and give your answers there. Where do you need to answer? So you have to go to joinpd.com and use the code what you can see on the top right corner over here, that is YFPRQW. Do not give any space over there. You will be directed to this page and you will get an options, or you will be asked to give an answers and you have to participate from there. Somebody is asking functions, please, we'll take that. After this, we have a question on functions. All right, so I could see like 83 of you have given answers till now. I will wait for some more time. So those who want these slides, okay, I guess like most of you have still doubts in the activity questions. So maybe we'll finish this session and we'll take out that activity sheets and we'll take up all that doubts, whatever you have it. Maybe let's do it today. And after doing this session, whoever wants to leave, they can leave, but who have that particular doubt in the activity question, because you shouldn't have doubt by now in the activity questions. So after this session, we'll preferably take questions. Please do not post answer in the in this chat. Do any of you need some more time? If you need some time, please post it in the chat window, like you need some time. If you don't need, we can just discuss with the solution. If any of you need, no, okay. All right, so nobody is like they need some more time to solve this. Okay, please wait, sir. So somebody, okay, so we'll wait for another 1 minute and then we can proceed with this. 2 minutes. Sri Prasad, yes, okay, we'll take you. Yeah, thank you. You have fun with this session. Good. All right. So great. I think we should move ahead now. And let's see what are the popular answers. Most of you are giving answer as 20. Okay. Some of you are giving answer as 100 and somewhere here and there. Lesser than 20 and more than 20. Even 100 is the popular answer. All right. Let's see then. So Sri Prasad, I'll mute you. Unmute you and then let's see. Sri Prasad, can you raise your hand if you? Sri Prasad, try to unmute yourself. Sri Prasad, unmute yourself and speak. I guess you will be able to speak.
Sir?
Yes, yes. Yes, Sri
Yes,
Prasad.
sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Sir, so there are three sets X, Y, and Z, and each set it has cardinality. X has 90, Y has 110, and Z has 120. And the common intersection between these three sets, that is X union, Y union, Z, is 240. That is the total number of the elements or the total count. And then the X intersection Y is 30, and Y intersection Z is 40, and Z intersection X is 30. So we need to find the common intersection between these three sets, which is the center part in the Venn diagram. So there is a formula that number of X union Y union Z is equal to number of X plus number of Y plus number of Z minus number of X intersection Y minus Y intersection Z minus Z intersection X plus the intersection number of X intersection Y intersection Z. So applying those values directly to them, we get the answer as 20.
Correct. So you get answer as 20. All right. So yes. So that is the actual answer for this. And what you told is some similar step even I have discussed. It's basically the same thing. since we have all this data given to us, and we just have to find out this scratched region, what you see here on the right hand side Venn diagram, and we can just simply use the formula and substitute this value in order to get this. Okay, so I guess it was very simple problem. As Sri Prasad told it, that's the actual way of doing it. You just have to write down the formula and just substitute this value and get the answer. That's all. This is what we have to do for this question. All right, so the answer is 20 for this. Okay, now let's go with the functions. Okay, so now I'll just tell you what this is on general, and then we can take one question, and then we can go to the activity questions, because I see you shouldn't have doubts on that, but I can see you still have doubts. So let's take that as prioritized, and then those who want to leave can leave after the session is ended. So here a function which is mapped from A to B. Now, what is a domain? So domain is all input sets. And what do we mean by codomain? Codomains are output set of possible values. And what do we mean by range? So range is actual set of values that output can take. Okay. So then what do we mean by one function or injective functions? That is, if for every elements in A, there is a corresponding unique element in B, that is different inputs in A produces different output in B, then it is one functions or injective functions. So this we are not dealing extensively over here. I assume like you have gone through. And what about onto or surjective function? If the domain is same as range of the functions, then it is surjective. Then how do we say if it is a function is bijective or not? So it's very simple. It's like if a function is both 1 and onto, then it is bijective. I hope all of you know this. So now we have an example over here to show. So you have you have a set named players. Okay, so in your set players, you have elements like Virat, Rohit, Rishabh, then Root and Butler. Okay, so now these are the players name that are there in our set players. Okay, now another set, that is team, which has elements India, England, Australia and New Zealand. Now you see that whenever you get a question something like this, it is always good to mention what is your domain and what is your codomain and what is your range. So you can see here the domain is all set of elements in players, because we are mapping from players to teams over here. Okay, so it's like mapping from set A to set B. So here set A is players and set B is teams. Okay, so now in set A, that is your players, contains these 5 elements, that is Virat, Rohit, Rishabh, Root and Butler. So now this is our domain. So from the set from where you are mapping to another set, so the previous set, that is set A, becomes your domain set. Okay, and all that elements which is in your set B, all that element which is in your set B, that becomes your codomain set. So you see in your codomain you have elements like India, England, Australia and New Zealand, right? So that is your set which contains codomain, which contains element, all these like of your team containing elements, these 4 elements, and these 4 elements are your codomain sets. So what is your range? So as discussed, range is nothing but actual set of values that output can take. So you can see here your player sets is only mapped to these 2 elements, that is India and England, right? And therefore your range is India and England. So what you notice is your range is basically a subset of your codomain. That is very essential to understand, because sometimes we go wrong here with domain and codomain concept. We might think same, these are 2 same things, but what you notice here is the range is a subset of a codomain. Okay, and codomain is basically all the elements of your set B, and domain set is all the elements of your set A. So what you notice here is, here you see the codomain is basically not equals to range, right? So this mapping between the players and a team is neither 1 or not onto, because when can this would have been onto? When range was equals to codomain. And you see this mapping is not unique mapping, right? So so Virat, Rohit and Rishabh are from India, right? So that is mapped to an India element of your set team, right? So that is not a unique mapping, right? So that is something, I mean, it should give, for it to be an, 1-1 function, every element in A, there should be a corresponding unique element in B, which is not happening over here. And therefore, this is not 1-1 function. All right. So having known these two things, let's go with our question number 6. So you have been given materials and dielectric constants over here. I think this is from the previous practice assignment question. And you have to, you have to map from materials, that is your set. Here your set A is materials and your set B is dielectric constants, and you are mapping from material to dielectric constant. Okay. And now this mapping is done from materials to dielectric constants. Now you have to choose from these options what is given to you. So I'll give you some 3 minutes. Check this out. And as soon as like more than 150 of you respond, then we can move ahead with the solution. And we'll do the same way, like we'll ask some of you to give the answer for this. All right. So do you need some more time? If you need some more time, put it in the chat box. If not, we can go ahead with the solution. 1 minute. Yash Kapoor. Okay, we'll give 1 minute. You try and solve this, and then we can move ahead with the solution. Good. Like most of you have already done. Nice. Yeah, do not get confused here. We have written it one twice, right? It's just to indicate like it's just one. You don't really mention that in your set. And you cannot say like, okay, like air is mapped with two values of dielectric constant, that is 1 and 1. So 1 and 1 is nothing but it's the same thing. So it is a function. But two y's are same, right? It's just one. Okay, so I guess most of you have done this. So let's see what are the popular answer for this. Okay, so 140 of you says option C. Some of you says as B. Some of you say A, and some of you has also told D. All right, so let's see what is the popular answer. Okay, so we got to know our popular answers. So most of you are saying it's C. C. F is onto but not 1 1. All right. So maybe like we can pick someone from here who wants to give the answer for this. Please raise your hand, whoever wants to. Harini? Maybe Harini, I'll unmute you.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
are you able to hear?
Yes,
Am
yes.
I audible,
Harini,
sir?
go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. As air and vacuum has mapped to same value 1, it's not 1 1. Or else we can say it as same pre-image, it's not 1 1.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's right. So this is not 1 1.
For 1 1, if range is equal for onto, if range is equals to codomain, or else as all elements of codomain has mapped, therefore it is onto. Option C is if is onto, not 1 1.
Right, very good. So that's the only explanation for this. So you have told it right. So you can see, like as Harini told, like, see, whenever you get a question, you first need to list your domain, codomain, and then you check what is your range. So clearly your domain is a set of the elements, what is given in material list, right? And whatever is given in your dielectric constant list, that is your codomain, right? And your range is basically equals to codomain over here, and therefore F is onto, as Harini told. And you can see here air and vacuum maps with 1. Both of them maps with 1, and that is not a unique mapping, right? And therefore that is not 1 1 function, and therefore the option C is right here. F is onto but not 1 1. All right. So yes, this is all about today's session. So those who came for this, it's done. You can leave. All right. I will just take up now activity question and some other questions if you have. And this is all about today's session. So those who want explanation in activity still can stay here. We can take those questions and I'll unmute now. Others can leave, like those whoever wants to, because today's session is done.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm Chidi.
Yeah, just a minute. Just a minute. Just give me a minute.
So can you explain maximum and minimum?
Yeah, sure.
Hello, sir. My doubt.
Sir,
Sir,
I
activity questions
understand
11.
the last question you just explained. Can you explain it once?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Sir, I have question activity question 11, 7, and 8.
I will just open that PDF slide and we'll take up all that, whatever you have doubt in this activity.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So,
Sir, how to complete assignment 1, sir?
How to complete? I mean, what?
Yes, sir. Tell me
difficult?
something about assignment 1, how to complete.
Grade week 1 assignment.
Yeah, so why you're not able to solve them?
Solve the practice assignments first and then try to solve. It will be easy for you.
Yeah.
And if again not possible, then watch the solutions PDF or videos that is available. there.
Sir, 0-pointer question is not necessary to answer now.
Yeah, not immediately, but you can try that afterwards, because you see 0-pointer questions were asked in the previous qualifier. So that is some kind of difficulty level you can expect in your qualifier. So it is always good that if you can practice those questions.
Sir,
the 0-point questions have to attempt in graded assignments.
You can attempt, you cannot attempt, it's your choice, but you will not be given any marks for that question.
Sir,
Okay.
where I got the previous year qualifier.
We will provide you afterwards once this all is done.
So my activity question 11, 7, and 8.
I'm just opening that. So just give me a minute.
Can you explain few questions from graded assignments?
Sir, there is a general statement which I wanted to ask is correct or not.
Okay.
Sir, it is a statement that a function is bijective if and only if it is both injective and surjective. It's true or false?
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah. I'm just confirming this.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Sir, do you have the PDF of all the activities?
Actually, we don't have it, and we don't give that as well. I mean, we have it for some. But
No, I am not asking it. I am just asking, do you have it? Because everybody has different questions to ask. If you can go to every question one by one, if someone
Okay, yeah. That is something I have. Yes.
Because what I mean to say is, if someone has a doubt on that particular question, you can solve that. Move on to next question. We can pass it if someone not.
I got your point.
Otherwise, someone will say, "Sir, my is 11." Someone will say, "My is 10." Someone will say, "My is 8."
Yeah. I get it. All right.
Yeah, but sometimes the discussion is needed for understanding better.
I am not denying for the discussion, Mr. 3D, difficulty problem. Sorry.
Yeah, you are right. You are obviously right. And some activities or solutions are given also in the supplementary contents.
No.
I have found that.
Let me answer your question. If you have said something, you must listen what I have
Sir,
to
how
say.
to write qualifier 1 exam, sir?
I have not asked for that. We should not discuss. If you didn't understand my English, you may ask, sir, what exactly I meant to say.
Okay. I understood, and it's okay. Now, like how to answer the graded assignment is like just go through the practice assignment question and activity question, and then attempt your graded question. That time it will be easy. Okay.
Sir, at least can you explain the graded assignment?
Sir, activity questions
Here I
11,
got
7, and 8.
Here question.
Assignment question, sir.
Sir, can we move to that activity question 1.6?
Yes, sir. Activity question 11, 7, and 8.
Sir, please move to activity question 1.6.
Sir, activity question 11, 7, and 8.
All right, let me open that.
Sir, where I got previous year qualifier question paper, sir.
You will get it. We ourselves will provide you afterwards.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Sir, please once go to the activity question 1.6.
11.
Question
available
on Discord. Sir, tomorrow is a deadline for assignment 1, sir.
Yeah, I get it. So I'll mute everyone, and first, since we were in, I'll share my slides. Maybe I'll share my screen, and somebody has doubt in this previous slide itself, so I'll just try to clear that. So I don't know whether this girl is here or not. Who asked me this? You are here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what doubt you have in this?
Sir, I didn't get how you mapped the on the question itself. Can you explain?
Okay. So here, what's your good name?
Sneha.
Yeah, Sneha. So here what you see, here if you see this table, material and dielectric constant, this shows mapping, that air is mapped to 1, vacuum is mapped to 1, paper is mapped to 3, porcelain is mapped to 6, nerve membrane is mapped to 7, and silicon is mapped to 12. So this shows mapping only, okay? We are not explicitly showing it, like with the arrow diagram. This is something mapped already, okay? So if you have that confusion.
How you are mapping silicon to 12, air to 1, vacuum to 1?
This is something it's left to us, right? So we don't have a hard and fast rule like, okay, this is the
that is provided in the question only.
Yeah, that is just a question. So you got it right.
Yes,
how is
sir.
mapping done?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it's just this shows the map list only. Okay. So now let's go with the activity question, which everyone is asking.
So activity 11,
Yes.
7, 8.
All right.
Sir, please go 1.6.
So activity.
Okay.
11.
I'll do one thing. I'll go lecture by lecture. Okay. So I'll cover all this, and you don't have any doubt over here, right? Do you have any doubts over here? First lecture, any activity doubt? No, right?
No.
No, sir.
I won't be repeating again. So just tell me if you have doubt over here. All right. So lecture 1.1, do you have any doubt here?
No.
Lecture 1.2?
No, sir.
No,
Sir,
right?
in question number 3.
Sir, doubt start with relation, sir.
Okay. We'll go with the order. I'll take to entire slides,
Yes, and
entire page. We will discuss
Sir,
wherever we have doubt. Like,
sir,
if
can we go to
everybody
page 2?
No. We
Page
will not
2.
go like that. We will not go like that. We'll go in the order. Whoever has
Yeah, in
doubt
the order
over
only. The previous one which you were there.
here.
Sir,
Lecture
still
1.
more up. Yes, sir, your right side. Third question.
Okay.
Sir, general ways of listing out all the elements. Sir, it would be too lengthy and time consuming. Can we get any such formula if possible? Is it there or
yes, sieve of Eratosthenes, that is formula.
Yeah, that is there,
to
but
find the prime number.
So that is there, but we will never take you to a very large number. But it is always good to know what is the number of prime numbers up to 100. That is more than enough for this.
Yeah, sir. But listing out all of them and counting will be long time. That's why I asked. Sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir,
Here,
in
any doubt?
1.2, second question and third question, sir.
1.
In 1.2.
Second question and third question.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me, what is your doubt in this second question?
Sir, can you send me the PDF for me?
This PDF, I think it won't be shared because it's just. I mean, then see, if we send to this, then we have to do a lot of review work again, and it's time consuming. So
Is
you can
under
actually.
root 49,
Sir,
is under
in
root
case of
49 a real number or not? Because
root 2 is
under root 49 is that counted as a real number?
See,
No.
over here, no. Real number are all of these are real numbers.
Yes. Actually, all of the real numbers.
And all you have to do is you have to check whether which among them is irrational, integer, and whatnot, right? So here, root 3 is irrational.
Yes.
Do you have doubt here?
No.
Okay. What about root 49? Root 49
It's rational. It's not irrational. It's natural number 7.
It's
Perfect square.
It's a rational also. It's
You can
7 by
count
1.
it here. You can count it here as an integer, right?
Yes.
Isn't it? So that is something you
It's
can
an
do.
integer, sir. Integer.
So likewise,
Sir,
you can count
excuse me,
all
sir.
the. Yes.
Sir, I have a general queries. No, I have the doubt regarding that real number only. Sir, suppose root 2 is not it's not an integer, right? Right, sir?
Yeah, it is not an integer.
So it have a value like something it have in decimal, right?
1 point something. Yeah.
So, but we can write that in fraction p by q form divided by decimal. It will give that value only, right?
Yeah, you mean to say that recurring and non-recurring, something like that, right?
No, I mean
No,
that.
he is asking can we write in a PBQ form? So we
Yes.
cannot write it in a PBQ form, right, Vicky?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it is a fractional values. As it is a fractional values.
Yeah, you cannot express this.
No, that is describing.
If you say you are able to do it, why don't you explain it? How we can write it in P by Q?
Excuse
That's
me,
given in the lecture
some
only.
Of you,
Discussed in
some
lecture.
of you can say, okay, root 3 by 1. This is p by q. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know.
No, sir.
Even I used to do this mistake, but this is okay.
Sir,
See, when you
activity
say
1.1, it's not the same
p is
question
integer and
shown in
even
mine,
is
sir.
integer.
It's different from mine.
Okay, so when you say when you express something, so you say when do you say two numbers are rational numbers? When it's expressed in p by q form, where p comma q is basically an integer.
This is important, very
It is
important.
an integer, okay,
Yes.
and not equals to 0. So this is the condition. So when you write this in this form, 3 by 1, is
Not an integer.
Q, so P is not there, isn't it?
Integer doesn't take a decimal also.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Sir. Yes. Yes.
Sir, it's not the same question shown in mine. I'll just read out the question.
This one.
Activity 1.2.
Okay, no, you keep your doubt with you and you check whether your doubt is there in this stage or not. Okay.
No, sir. There's no question number as it mentioned in mine.
Okay, so
it's written here. Which of the following options are in reduced form?
Are in the reduced form? I think it's further down, I guess. Which of the following is in reduced form? You see it here.
Sir, that's first exercise.
1.1. You see here.
Sir, I have doubt in week 2 practice assignment.
Yes.
Week 2
yes.
बाद में we'll do it बाद में. I mean, I will.
Sir, in 1.1, can you explain
this one?
Yeah, first and second. In third one, no, first one no need, sir. In third one, how it is 1,2, sir?
1,2.
The greatest.
I think
this
he's
one,
asking
how
about
did it come?
third question.
Third question.
So we have to take the GCD of P comma Q. That must be 1 in that P by Q form. That is the simplest form.
Got it?
Sir,
4 is equal to
सर 1.2 में सेकंड क्वेश्चन का सेकंड वाला सर इंटीजर्स कितने सारे हैं इसमें वो वाला स्क्वायर
So,
रूट
sir, we should
49
find the
22
value of
minus
A,
35.
right, sir?
You have to actually find out A and B. So all you had to do here was check with all these options. Put these options into this and you see whether the GCD you get this or not. Okay.
Okay.
You got it. So if you take 2,4, let's go with the first option. When you take 2,4, because 4 is already given, I'm taking A as 2. Then what is my GCD? 2. Now I have to make sure, now this is A and this is B, right? So now 2,4, what is, what is my B over here? 1, right? What is GCD of 2,1? 1, which is fulfilling this as well, this as well. Therefore, my A and B could be 2,1. Now you check with the other option. Let's check with the other option. So what is my A here? A is 1, right? And this is 4. So 1,4. What is the GCD of 1,4? It's 1. Okay. Now corresponding is 2. So now let's check with 1,2. What is GCD of 1,2? 1. So you see here itself it violates the condition, right? So it says like GCD of A, 4 should be 2, but I'm getting as 1, right? So this is violating. So I'll not go with this option. Correct. Now let's check with this. Now if I select this option and then if I write it down here, so this can be written as 2,4. What is GCD of 2,4? 2. Correct? And then 2, then I have to take this, right? AB. So B is my 4 here. So what is GCD of 2,4? Again 2. But what does this condition says? It should be 1. Right? But I'm getting 2. So I cannot take this option also. Similarly, when you try this option is also gone. All right. So only right option is first one. Clear? Clear?
Activity 1.11.
Okay, understood, sir.
Yes, sir. Activity 1.11.
1.11. Okay, we'll
11.
go. Do
Sir,
any of you have doubt over here? No doubt?
Yes,
Between
sir.
first-
Yes, sir. I have, sir. I have.
Question
sir,
number
I
7
have.
and 8, sir.
What doubt do you have?
Sir, second question का second वाला sir integers वाला. So how many integers are there in the given list?
So what
जैसा
doubt you
कि
have in this?
7/12 करके जो है वहाँ पे
वो इंटीजर वो तो फ्रैक्शन है.
फ्रैक्शन है सर, लेकिन ऊपर नीचे दोनों p by q जो होता है वो इंटीजर से करके ऐसा होता है ना सर.
तो that is how you express in the fractions. हमारा इंटीजर क्या होता है जो मतलब
वो रेशनल नंबर हो गया ना सर.
Reduced form में
Yeah, but
integers
rational
are
number is a subset of integer only, na? Then
What?
it belongs to integer, but not here. We will not take cause here we have separately asked to do that.
Rational number is not subset of integer. Integers are subset of rational.
Yeah, integer is a subset of rational
Yeah.
numbers.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, ठीक है. You got it? Yeah.
So I have a doubt in lecture 1.1 question 4. Could you explain the part C? I didn't get that.
1.1, 1.4.
Sir, lecture 1.1 question 4.
This one.
And yes, sir. I didn't understand why option C is correct.
Representation of a rational number is not unique. Yeah, why is that not correct?
What?
I think sir has told it in the lecture, right? Okay, so
Actually, I was attending the orientation, so I couldn't attend the maths lecture.
No. I'm talking about the sir's actual lecture.
That is recording. You can watch
You
later
can
on
see
also.
yeah, you can see it in the.
You
Okay,
can
anyhow,
watch anytime.
No,
the
sir,
answer it's
sir,
1
my
by
question
5.
is, sir, my question is, why is it
It's
not
1 by 5.
taking
1 by 5 can be represented as 2 by 10. So it's not unique
Oh,
representation.
okay, that way.
Like
Okay,
yeah,
got it, got it. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So let's go to the next slide.
Sir, just first question. How do you make the denominator equal?
How do you make the denominator?
Yeah, by converting decimal is easy, but that equating denominator.
See, whenever you get like 20, okay, I'll tell you 20 by 17 and 7 by 13. Okay, so when you can't think of any factors, all you do is 12.
Take the LCM of denominators.
Take the LCM of both. If you take this number, this denominator, you multiply on the both side. So you can do this. So this can be written as this thing. And this can be written as 7 by 13. So you can multiply with 17. That means for this number, multiply with denominator of this on both numerator and denominator. And then you see
It
the
is just like
denominator becomes same, right? And then you can compare.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to the next.
it's just like
Sir,
cross
just
multiplication.
one question. Sir, just one question, sir. Sir, maximum and minimum, please explain that. Function maximum and minimum concept, sir.
You mean to say that mod x function?
Yeah, mod x function, sir. Or to know that what will be the maximum value for a particular that function and what will be the minimum
I
value.
promise you, I'll take this. I promise you, I'll take this, and I will really like to explain that in a graphical way. So if you can wait for some more time,
Sure, sir.
we can definitely do that.
Sure,
All right.
Sir,
So do you have?
Sir,
I have a doubt on question number 5.
Yes.
1.3. 1.3 question
Yes.
number 5.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me.
Sir, how odd and even there are no.
Sir,
can you show the question? Yeah. Set of all integers which are both odd or even. How, sir?
This one, right?
It's an empty set. How?
Set of all integers which are
Sir,
both
an integer
even.
cannot be both odd and even.
Because
that is
any
simple
integer can't be both even and odd.
Isn't it? That is
you cannot be a male or female at the same time.
Okay.
It is
Yeah,
the
a
same.
number cannot be set. Yes, one number cannot be.
number.
You cannot answer same time.
Legendary example, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Now
Very good
take
example.
this.
Option D.
Why option D? Set of all prime numbers divisible by 2. Set of all prime numbers which is divisible by 2.
Sir,
So,
question.
No,
I think two is a
two
prime
is the
number
only
that
prime
is
number
divisible
divisible
by
by
2.
2. Yes, yes.
So it's not an empty set.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sir.
We have 2 in it.
Yeah. You got it. All
Sir,
right.
question
Let's
number 6,
go
sir.
to the next one.
Question number 6, 1.3 का.
1.3 का कौन सा?
Question number 6.
Question
Sir,
number 6.
yes, sir. सर इसमें एक डाउट है सर.
हाँ बताओ.
अगर इसका सेट ए बी सी है तो इसका सबसेट 1 ए कोमा बी या बी कोमा ए दोनों हो सकते हैं सर.
सेट्स में ये तो पावर सेट जो होता है ना. पावर सेट इज बेसिकली a set. It's basically a set of subsets of your set, right? यहाँ पे देखो तुम ये भी एक सेट है, 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 राइट? और हमने पढ़ा है कि सेट में रिपीटेशन ऑफ एलिमेंट्स आर नॉट अलाउड या फिर ऑर्डर आल्सो डज नॉट मैटर. तो अगर ये तुम्हारा एक सेट है इसको कैसे भी लिख सकते हो. यू कैन राइट दिस एज C, B, A. वो चलेगा. ठीक है.
ओके सर समझ.
ये भी एक सेट है, ये
Sir,
भी
can
एक
you please
सेट है.
explain
इसके अंदर
question
में
number 1, sir?
Question number 1.
Sir, how second one is the same as the other two?
This one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what does the question says? Which of the following sets are same? See, maybe which are same, right? So you see, what is your set 3? This one. This is option 3. This is option 4, and this is option 5. Is same, right? So okay, now let's. But this is wrong, no?
So no, sir. In the not A, B, C, in that 1, 2, 3, 4, the answer they have given us 1, 2, and 4. 1 and 4 I've understood, sir. But how to? Because Raju and Ankita are repeating.
Okay. So
भाई बहन वाला क्वेश्चन है सर.
हाँ, Ankita, Kirtana, Raju, Suresh, right? So see, Kirtana is there, Suresh is there, okay, then what do you have? So why are we checking for 3? We shouldn't be checking for 3. You didn't understood second, right? Okay.
Second.
So you see, okay, so I'll just erase this. Do we have Raju? Yes, Raju is there. Ankita is here. Yes, Ankita is there. Kirtana, yes, Kirtana. Then Raju is repeated, so I don't have to really count this. Ankita is again repeated, so I don't have to count this. Suresh is here. So now you see these are same elements. So this set I can write this as basically this set only, right? Without any repetitions of element. That's fine.
Okay, so even if the elements are repeated, we need to write them without repetition.
Yes.
So, but why they have written like 2 times?
Just to explain you the concept of, just to tell you like, okay, you should not have the repetition. Just to give you an
that's a wrong option, no, sir.
No, that is right option. Why? Because see, when you use any, like when you use a programming language or anything, even if you write, let's say you are using a Python or like some code, even if you write this set, if you enter these values in the set, you will see the resultant is coming out to be same. So what it means to say is this set is basically equal to this set. That is simple definition, yeah. So you don't really have.
Or we can say, sir, one is a subset of the second set.
You can use this symbol.
Set 1 is a subset of set 2.
You mean to say 1 is a subset of 2?
Set 2. Yes.
Yeah, you can. But you have to be careful. You're using this symbol. All right, let's go to the next page now.
Please move faster, sir.
Yeah, I get it. I'll mute everyone.
Yes, sir, please.
Sir, ये slides क्या available?
All right, now let's go with 1.4.
Second one. Or and AND. What's the difference between that, sir? Or and AND.
AND means, see, it should be for both. So you can see here. This element X will be listed if this is happening in both the cases. Okay. So for example, if I say, now if I list this elements in our, let's say this set, so X mod 3 is equals to 0 and X mod 5 is also equals to 0. If this both is happening, then only I can list that element here. So can I write, if that is the case, let me give you an example. Let's say I'm taking 3. Okay, the first X value I'm taking as 3. 3 mod 3 is 0, definitely that is right. Correct? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that is right. So 3 mod 3 is 0, but 3 mod 5 is 0? No, right? So that X element will not be listed in this set. You got my point? Now let's take another element 15. Okay, my X is 15 here. So what is 15 mod 3? When you're not speaking, please mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. So yes, what about 15? Now when you take X as equals to 15, then you see X mod 3 is what? 0.
15 mod 3 is equal to 0.
And 15 mod 5 is also equals to 0. So this element will come in my set. So you understood, when do we use this AND? So when we use this AND,
understood.
then both this condition has to be satisfied. But when I'm using this OR, it doesn't matter. See, so when I use OR, so what I can say, in that case, my 3 would have also been in this list, right? I can even give element 5 also in this my list, because any of these conditions. Clear?
Yes, sir.
No doubt?
Okay, sir. Understood, sir. We can go to next one, sir.
Okay, next one. Any other doubt over here in this?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
No doubt. Let's move on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about lecture 1.5? Any doubt here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have doubt.
Yes, sir. I have doubts on question number 7.
Okay. Any other doubt here?
Sir, yes, sir.
Tell me, boss.
Yes, sir. Question number 2, sir. One thing that I don't understand is that just make me understand this interval thing. When -2 and 0, it is a union with 4 and 8. So how do you solve it?
Okay. So you have to list. So question is, which of the following set comprehension defines the real number in interval this? So you were the one who asked me that interval problem when you had.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm not getting it. How we do the union? And also, I will add one more question. If you go to question number 5.
Of this. Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll take this question. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Same also, sir. How 6 is possible? But
Okay, I'll do one thing. Before going to this second question, we'll discuss this fifth question and then we'll come to second question. Okay, and then we'll take the seventh question. Clear?
Sir.
Yes.
So could you also please go through question number 6 later?
6 here. Okay, we can do that as well. So
Thank
let's
you, sir.
understand this interval thing first. How is this how to understand this? And it's good that if your doubt gets cleared here. All right. So now let's understand this. So now we have been given interval 2 to 3. So whenever you get a questions like this, just draw.
Sir, can you zoom in your page, sir?
Okay, sure. I'll do that. Maybe we'll take some.
Actually, you can zoom in.
It's okay. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So whenever you get a questions like this, whenever an interval is involved, whenever like entire maths thing, okay, just draw a number line. All right. And it says 3, 4, and it is included. 3 and 4 is included. So what I'll do is I'll draw that. This is 2 and this is 3. Somewhere here my 0 will be there, right? So I'll not be mentioning that where it is. So I'm interested in only these two regions, and 2 and 3 are included. So I'll use this symbol. Okay. It shows that it is included. And whenever I'll use this, it means 2 is not included. That means I can, if I have to write down 2, 3 in this way, so in that case, I won't be denoting it with this form. I'll be using something like this. Okay. And I'll be
Sir,
saying
square means include. Square bracket means include.
So when you say this square bracket, that means this 2 value is included. And when you use this bracket, okay, in that case, 2 is not included. But you see, 2.0000001 will be included. Like all that value except 2, okay, and between 3, that will be included in this. All right. So now let's understand this. So now, which of the following intervals are the subset between these two? Okay. So now let's go with the first option. All right. So I'll mute everyone. Okay, let's understand this. So here it says first 0 to 2.3. Now 0 is over here. 0 to 2.3, that means that will be something over here, right? So I'll denote that region over here. So now let's take this 0. So I can, okay, so I'll use this symbol now, 0 to 2.3. If this is my 2.3, suppose, right? And this is included, all right? And it says union, so that is sum, right? So from 2.3 to 3. So that is something like this, right? So now if I take this region, it's basically I can also write this in the form of 0 to 3, this entire form. Can I write that entire form as 0 to 3?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay. We can write this. So now let's go with the intersection over here. Now it says intersection from 0 to 2.3. Now where is my 0? 0 is over here, and 0 to 2.3, and both are in open bracket. Okay. Now it says intersection between these two regions. So now if I have to write down this, so can I write this in this form also? Now see, when it says intersection, so I think I have drawn a lot of figures, so I can just remove this. So now this is just the notation. Now this part is represented over here, correct? And this part is represented over here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now if I take the intersection means the common region. Understand this. Intersection means common region. Now if this was denoted by this and this by this, so what is the intersection between these two things? So can I happily say it is 0 to 2.3?
0 to 2.3.
And 2.3 is included or not?
No, sir.
Not included.
Sorry, it's not included. 0.3 is not included.
Okay, now you tell me, is this subset for this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, right? So the
Yeah.
person who has doubt on this, he understood? Who asked me this question?
Sir, I have doubt on
Actually,
D.
I have to
D.
doubt in option C, sir. How it's correct?
Okay, I will come to that. You understood now, right?
Yes, this is understood,
Yeah.
but
At this stage, I got it, sir.
Okay.
when you put a backslash there, then
Yes,
how we
sir.
calculate
Option
it?
Okay, let's
C
go
is
with.
confusing for
Okay, now
everyone.
I have gone with the first option.
Sir,
Now
can
I'll
you
take
also option? Can you also explain option D? Because that option I did not understand.
option. No, I'll take all the options. But since I have dealt with one wrong option, now I'll take one right option and let's see whether that is right. Or how it is right.
D is right.
Yeah, C and D are right, but now I'm discussing option C. Then I'll go with option B and then D. Okay.
Yes,
all right.
So this is my. I'll be taking this order. So let's understand this. Now it says 2 to 2.5. Now where is my 2? 2 is somewhere here, right? So I'll 2 to 2.5. 2.5 will be somewhere here, and I'll be using this dark bracket, right? So I'll just mention over here. This means included, and this not included.
Close interval.
Yeah. So 2.3 to 2.5, this is included, and this is something I have done here. And it says union 2.5 to 4, right? So now I'll go to 4. So let's say 4 was somewhere here, and 4 is included, it says, right? So this is something denoted like this, right? So if I have to sum up this and then write it in a simple form, then I can write this as 2 to 4, and where 2 and 4 are included.
Yes, sir. I got it, sir. I got it.
Okay,
Now
sir,
let's.
what to
It's
do
right, sir.
about that intersection, sir?
Okay, I will tell you this. Now
So
see, we have another.
we are taking 0 from 0 to 3, and 3 is included. So 2 3 is a subset of 0 to 3.
Yes.
Okay, now let me tell it to the person who is listening to me. So you told it right. So let's go ahead and then see 0 to 3. Now it is intersection. So now 0 to 3 means where is my 0? 0 is somewhere here, right? 0 to 3, and where is 3? 3 is here, and 3 is included, right? So now could you tell me between these two things, what are the intersection region?
2 to 3. Common part
is that included? Yes.
Yes, sir. Included. Yes.
So is 2 to 3 is a subset of 2 to 3?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Both are same, so they are subset.
Is right. Okay. Now we understood this. Now let's go with the second option, as I told you. So now let's understand the second option. Okay. So now it says what? 2 to 2.5. Now 2 to 2.5 is something here, and that is already, it says it is included. So we'll take something like this. Now from 2.5 to 4, right? So 2.5 to 4 is something this. It's basically the same condition. And it says minus 0 to 2.3. So please mute yourself if you're not speaking, because we are wasting our time. I'll be wasting my time to always mute you. Okay. So now you see, this is something I have drawn for this part. Now I have to check with this. So this is 0 to 2.3. Where is 0? 0 is somewhere here, right? 0 to 2.3, 2.3 somewhere here, right? So this is my 2.3. And is that included? That is not included. So it's minus that, right? So if I subtract, if this is my whole thing, minus this part, right?
Yes.
So if I subtract this part, I will be left with what? 2.3 to 4. Right? Where
4 is
4 was
included.
And we don't have 2 in it.
2.3 also included.
2.3 is also included, right? So is this a subset of 2 to 3?
No, sir.
No,
sir.
Not so. Therefore, this option is wrong. Understood? Okay, now let's understand the other thing. So now the last option.
Question number 7, sir.
Question number 7. Don't we want to discuss this?
Yes, sir. We can proceed
No,
now.
sir.
No, sir.
Can be done
No,
even the
sir.
same.
I understood.
So leave
You understood
that as
now?
assignment.
Sir, leave
Yes,
this.
sir.
Okay, now we can go
I
with
think we
that.
should not waste time. I think it's almost more than 2.5 hours.
Oh, is it? Yeah. So basically, like.
Sir, excuse me. I need to leave. I need to leave for another meeting.
Sir, assignment activity 11.
I just have one question. Someone mentioned about the previous year question papers. When we are going to get it, sir?
What PDF?
Someone mentioned previous year's qualifier papers. Previous years.
That you will get it you know, like as you progress course, like of course before your qualify, once your all the weeks are done, right? We will give you those materials as well, the qualifier materials.
All right, sir. Thank you
It's
so much.
available on Discord. How many time, sir? How much time left for coming assignment for week 3? How much time left for
activity
week,
11,
week?
11.
Yeah. I think
No, sir. How much time left for week 2?
Week 2, your submission will be next Wednesday.
Yes, sir. 22.
Yeah,
22.
next Wednesday, not this Wednesday.
All right, so
you don't have
continue with
question number 7, sir.
In this itself, question number 7.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Question number 7 मुझसे भी नहीं बनता है.
Okay.
Sir, why we using slash sign as a minus sign?
This is a notation in sets.
That's different sign.
That's different sign.
Difference, sir.
Yeah, that's a different sign. Yeah. Okay, so now question number 7. Yeah.
Some books also use minus sign as well. I have seen it.
Okay, but in our course we'll be using this sign. So
all right. Okay.
Sir, so could I ask a quick question for question number 6? Just wanted to clarify the strictly greater than and less than. So when it says strictly greater than, it means it's not including 6 in this case, right? Or
strictly greater than, yes, you told it right.
Okay, that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. So now let's go with question number 7. Now here it says two finite sets A and B are such that the total number of subsets of A is 56 more than the total number of subsets of B. What is the cardinality of A and B? Now you have been given you have given all options here, right? So all you have to do is check with the options, okay? So now it says finite set A and finite set B, the total number of subsets of A is 56 more than subsets of B, right? Okay, it's subsets, right?
Sir, I think, sir, it is total number of subset of A is 56. To the power n is equal to 56 of A.
No, it is a difference between these sets.
Yeah. It's wait. Yeah, that's right. So this is like
to the power n equals to 56, I think, sir.
So this is 56.
Yeah.
No.
No, this is not 56.
No, it's wrong.
2 to the power of this thing. 2 to the what?
Read the question carefully.
Yes, sir. Yes,
total
sir.
number of subset of A is 56.
Yeah, this is right.
Written.
This is right. 2 to the power A minus 2 to the power B.
How it's right, sir?
Okay,
Sir, it is clearly written that total number of set of A is 56.
Yeah, this representation is right. 2 to the power B plus 56.
You have to read more.
Yes. Read the question carefully.
Now
total number of subset of A is 56 more than the total number of
56 more than the subset of B.
Yeah.
Okay. That's sorry, sir. I was not reading the question properly.
This is the condition, and all you have to do is put all these options in this and then
yes, it's very easy.
Okay. Now let's go with the next here. 1.6. No doubt, I guess, here as well. This is simple, sir.
No.
What about here?
Sir, 1.6, can you show the first question?
It's similar.
Sir, can you? Yeah, sir, can you explain the first question?
First question itself.
Yes, sir.
In a class, 40 students, 20 took mathematics, 18 statistics, and so whenever you get a question like this, use a Venn diagram. Okay, and this is your mathematics, this is your statistics, this is your English. For mathematics, how many students were there? 20. And okay, total number of students. So 20 mathematics, 18 is statistics, and English. There is English.
Sir, statistics is 16.
Statistics is 18 took no, this is right. Statistics is 18 only. English took English 16. Now 16 took okay, 7 took mathematics and statistics. Mathematics and statistics, this is somewhere 7 I'll write. Okay. And 7 took mathematics and English. So mathematics and English 7 here. And 9 took statistics and English. So 9 took statistics and English. So that I can write it down here. And 3 took all 3 courses. So that is somewhere I can list it here, right? How many students are not taking any of the 3 courses? Okay. So now you see this. Now this is the diagram we have drawn, and there are 40 students altogether, correct? So our universal set contains 40 elements, right? And now 20 took mathematics. So all we got to do here is list them all elements here, right? So one way of doing is using the formula and doing it. This is something you can use here and do. And I think you will be able to do this. Just attain our today's session only, that is solve with us. And we have used this formula and done a question. You will be able to do. I'm teaching you a different method. This will be really helpful. So let's understand this. Now, if this is 7, so what is this? This is 4.
4.
This is also going to be 4.
Yes.
And this is 6.
Going to be 6. Okay. And if this is 20, then this is going to be what about this?
6.
20 minus 14.
6.
6.
Yes.
9.
Yes, sir. 6.
Sir, 9.
9,
Sir.
no?
9.
Sir,
Sir,
9.
and 1 will be 7.
Yes. 9,
Yes,
9, right.
Right.
Left.
What about
Sir,
this?
and
This only region.
and one
Sir.
is 4 and 1 is
This is
7.
5.
What?
5.
Sir, with
about
this same method, I solved today's question, but
This
I
is
got
3.
answer 10.
And this
Okay.
is 3, sir.
This is going to be 3, 6, 4, 10,
Yes, sir.
13.
Yeah.
16 minus 13 is 3. Okay. So now these all things we got, right? So now if we sum this, now we know that if I do M union S union E, I should get all this. When I add all these elements, I'll get that, right? So when I'll add this, what do I get? So just
9
can you
plus
quickly
5.
add this and tell me?
34.
9 plus 5 plus 3.
Sir, 34.
It is equal to 34, sir.
34.
Yeah.
We can
34?
get
Yeah. 34.
So if this all region indicates 34,
40 minus
right?
34.
So this part, that means this complement, that is M
Minus 40 equals to
union
6.
E, complement will give me what? 6.
6.
So 6 took nothing.
Universal set minus total.
Correct. So that's why this D option.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I had this.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
With the same method, I solved today's question, but I got answer 10.
You got answer 10, you try again. I did with the same method, I got the right answer.
There will be something wrong.
Something minor error you would have done. If you don't get it, put it in a discussion forum. We'll take it from
Okay, sure, sir.
Yeah. But try to
Sir.
solve. I think because I have solved with the same method, I got the answer. Okay, now let's go with this.
Sir.
Yeah. What about this?
Can you explain the 7B equivalence class is same as equivalence relation? Can you elaborate that, please?
Yeah, that is what something I don't want to do this time, because see, this is something we will not be asking you in your qualifier, and also this is this is nowhere asked. It's just one question given up in activity question. Okay, so all you can do is you can just read this, and this much knowledge is more than enough. That's all.
Sir, what are
You
the
can take a
most
screenshot of this. Sorry.
Okay.
What are
That's
the
all.
most
That's all. Nothing more than.
for
What is the
35
most
exams?
Sir,
important?
in the lecture it is stated that the equivalence class will not be read further for time being. So will not be asked no sir in qualifiers.
That won't be asked in the qualifier as well. So just to
Yes, sir. Thank
give
you.
you an idea, just you can
Sir, question number
sort
6.
of this, and then you can just read this. Question number 6.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can the exam में calculator maximum?
What about this 6? What doubt you have in 6?
बोलो.
We have did it.
बोलो.
We have did it. This is same like city problem.
Please unmute your chat if you're not.
Okay.
Sir,
1.8.
question number 2.
ये कुछ है वो करो.
Sir.
Okay.
Sir,
now
third question, sir.
Third question in 1.8.
Yes, 1.8, sir.
So somebody was asking me maxima and minima. Can we take it here? Are you still here?
Yes, sir. Tell.
Yeah, sir.
Yes,
I'm
sir,
still
sir.
here, sir. From 5 o'clock.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, why would you be sorry, sir? We should be thankful for you so that you are taking extra classes.
Yeah, sir. Really, sir.
Exactly, sir. Yeah,
It's
thank
okay.
you.
Now, all right. So yeah, let's understand this maxima and minima problem also we can discuss here. So now you see, this mod function. Okay, so always keep in your mind mod function, whatever value we give.
Sir, one request, sir. So just zoom in your face, sir.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Maybe that will be good.
Yeah, sir. That is all. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. So whoever is not speaking, please mute yourself, because we create noise. It will be disturbing others. All right. So now here a function is from R to R, is mapped from R to R, and you have been given a function something like this: f of x is mod x plus 5. Which of the following is true? Now this is something dealing with domain range, domain range. Okay, so let's understand this. Okay, so
Sir, it is easy to do with a solution graph, sir, by equal to mod x plus
yeah.
5.
So see, I'll tell you one thing in the beginning itself. Like this Maths 1 course is going to be graph based a lot. You will expect so many questions coming based on the graphs, and you will be really able to appreciate this once you go ahead with other weeks ahead, you know. So you will see a lot of graphs coming in, but I promise you, like even your you know, your seniors or your colleagues, whoever has gone for other terms, they by then they would have understood all of these, because this is something we'll do all of these with the graphs only. Okay, so you will be also told some graphic tools like Desmos and GeoGebra to use them to understand the functions. But yes, not in the week 1 as much. But just to give you an idea, you know that mod x function is something, just mod x is something like this. Okay, and why is this like this? I'll tell you now. Why is this graph like this? So if this is my x-axis and this is my y-axis, and you know, if I say f of x is equals to mod x, okay, so please mute yourself, whoever is unmuted.
Yes, sir. Please explain.
Okay.
Sir, what
Now,
are
see, this mod x nature is as such that when I define this f of x, it's going to be something like when this is going to give me value when I take all positive values. When x is greater than or equals to 0, okay, it takes the value as x. Okay. And when x is, okay, let's not get into this part. Let's just understand this. So this mod x nature is something like whatever, if you give a positive or you give a negative value, it will throw out only positive values. So in other words, if I write mod 5, so it gives out 5. If I write mod minus 5, it gives out 5. So you can think this as a machine wherein you give plus 5, it will give out 5. When you give it minus 5, it will still give you 5. That means whether you are giving a negative or a positive value, the output is always positive in all right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
having known this basic thing, this is very elementary thing I can tell. So this is something we understood now. So having known this part, so now you check what about 0. So mod 0 is 0, right? So if I give if I can draw something for you here, so if I can give like x and x and y values. So if I give 0, what do I get? Y value 0. If I give it as 1, what do I get? Y value
1?
1. If I give it as minus 1, 1.
That also
That
1.
means 0. So if this is 1, so I'll get 1. If I give minus 1, I'll get 1. Similarly, if I give 2, so this will give me 2, right? And if I give minus 2, this will give me 2. That is why this function comes in. So if I can extend this on general, this is how the graph is going to look like. Okay.
Okay,
So now
sir.
having known this, okay. So could you tell me for mod x function, what is the domain?
All real numbers.
Sir,
Right.
all the natural numbers.
Or natural numbers.
Not
It
natural
means 0
numbers.
to it means 0 to infinity.
All real numbers, not natural numbers.
Real numbers.
Yes, sir. Yeah, correct.
Yes?
All real
I can
numbers.
even give minus 1.5, no?
Yes, sir. Correct.
So this will give me 1.5.
1.5.
I can even give minus root 2. This will still give me root 2. Right. So this is how. So the domain is what? The domain of f of x is
All
Or
real.
real
all
numbers.
real. What about range of f?
0 to
Range is
infinity.
Positive real number.
Always positive.
Positive real numbers.
So range is always going to be positive, see, and it is starting from where?
0.
To infinity.
0
Is
to
0
infinity.
included?
0 to infinity.
Is 0 included?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is infinity included? Infinity is never
No, sir.
included. Okay, so you
No, sir.
put in an open bracket. So this is what we get. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Now we understood for mod x, this is how it's going to look. So what is the minimum value of this function?
0, sir.
Minimum. What
No,
is
sir.
the minimum?
No, sir. 5.
No. I'm
Mod
talking
x
about this function.
This
I'm
function.
Yes, sir. 0.
0.
What is the minimum of f? 0. What
0.
is maximum of f?
Minimum will be 0 plus
What
5.
is maximum
Infinity.
of f?
Sir, infinity.
Infinity. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now if I give it plus 5, then how does it change, right? So now let's just understand. Now f of x is equals to mod x plus 5. All right. So now similarly, if you draw the graph, and how do you see this is x, this is y, and this, if this was 0, what is this value? It is going to give me 5. That means I can shift this graph something like this, right? This is my x-axis and this is my 5, correct? This
Yes,
point
sir.
is going
Yes.
to be 5, 0, and the rest everything will be same. Now you take, if I give it as minus, if I give it as 1, what do I get? Output value 6. If I
Yes,
give
sir.
it as minus 1, what do I get? 6.
It's 0,
Also 6.
So this is going to, the nature of mod x is going to be same, but it's just this shifting on y-axis has happened, right? Okay. Now can you tell me what is the domain of f?
All real values.
Real number.
Real values. What is range of f?
Starting from 5 to infinity.
5.
5 to infinity. Yes, sir.
Including 5.
Included. What about, okay, so this is that. All right.
Sir, I
Now,
think in the graph it should be 0, 5.
Sorry?
The graph you have marked 5, 0, but 5 is y-axis value.
0, 5. Thanks for that. Okay. Now domain range. Actually, I'll mute everyone. I think. So domain range we understood. What is minimum of? Minimum? I don't know why people are unmuting themselves and not speaking. Okay. Minimum of f. Now what is minimum of f?
0.
What is minimum of f?
5, sir.
5.
You see, it starts from this. This is the only values it is taking, right? Is it taking 0, this function? Can this function ever become 0?
No, sir.
No, sir.
It can have minimum value as 5.
5.
What about maximum of f?
Infinity.
Oh,
Minus 1.
so now we understood this. All right.
Correct.
So,
in this problem, they gave the option, only one option we could take it. Both domain of x is r and range of x is f of x 5 and infinity. While answering this question, we could take only one answer. We couldn't give two answers.
why? Is or r is given.
So,
No? It's
third
like
question,
MCQ.
sir.
The same
Okay.
question.
While answering, yeah, I get it. It's not MSQ form. It's given as yeah. I get it.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Sir, why can't the minimum value not be 0?
So it's because this mod x function has a minimum value of 0. Can this ever become negative? This mod x?
No, sir.
No, sir.
It can never become 0. It can only be minimum at 0. So when this is 0, then overall f of x will become 5, isn't it? It will never be less than 5, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, if anything written beside the mod x means either 2 or 5, then we have to multiply. Huh?
Okay, now this is something we understood, mod x plus 5. Now what about this?
Sir.
What about this graph? Can you tell me for this, how will the graph look like? Again, we know that
to x-axis by 5 units.
Now we know this is again in the mod function. What will be
There
the
won't be
minimum value for this?
Negative only.
This will shift negative to -5 on the x-axis.
There won't be any negative values.
There won't be any negative values, but can you tell me what will be the minimum value for this function?
5.
It's 0.
0, sir.
0. Mod x on general is 0. So at what x value it will be 0?
Minus
minus 5. Minus 5.
Minus 5. So that means whenever you get a question like this, take this, whatever is there inside, equate it to 0, and then see. You get x equals to minus 5. So that means I understood that this graph is something going to change something like this.
Let's go down.
So x equals to minus 5. That means here, somewhere if this was minus 5, so this graph is something going to be like this, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Because the nature of this mod x is like this. It's just whatever is given inside, it's shifting the graphs on the negative x-axis side. But you
Sir,
see,
if it was minus 5x minus 5, it will come to the positive x-axis. So
so it will become here. Yeah, right. Isn't it? Now you got it.
Yes,
now,
sir.
can you tell me what is the minimum value for this?
5.
The minimum value is 0. Isn't it?
0.
Yeah?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now we understood this. Now we don't have any doubt.
Sir, just one more query, sir.
Sir, question number 3.
Sir, in graded assignment, sir.
Picture number 3. How to draw graph of
You don't
f.
have to draw the graph again. I mean,
If
until
the
or unless you know the
range is
quadratic functions.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
We can go
I'll
to
take
next
you
lecture.
graphs.
So
When
please
graphs
explain,
will
sir.
come, you will like graphs. I mean, you will have a lot of exercises on graph. Don't worry. But you will have to attend the live session for that, because in lecture videos it's done. Already, yeah. Please tell me.
Sir, just one question, sir.
Sir, please explain question number 3.
Question number 3. Okay,
Yes,
so you
sir.
don't have any problem with the mod, right? All clear?
All clear,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Sir, I have
I have a doubt.
Yes,
What
sir.
is your doubt? Somebody in the feeble voice is telling.
Yes. So
What?
if the range is 5 to infinity and infinity has this not included sign, so it should be infinity minus 1, right?
Infinity minus 1, why?
Because the range, we will not include infinity now. So why are we taking 5?
Infinity minus 5 is also infinity, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything
Literally.
you add to infinity is again an infinity. Multiply to infinity, subtract from infinity, all that gives infinity. Because you don't know what is infinity value, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, if it is saying domain means we only have to see the x values.
Exactly.
That means mod x values.
Just the x values. Whatever. So when we say, like.
Sir, in this second question.
Values that we are inputting.
Inputting value.
Input values. Input values is your x values. Output values is your y values. See, and this indicates your codomain is R.
Yes, sir. Sir, in this second question, if it is written that it is in mod x plus 5, that means for domain we don't have to see that plus 5.
Plus
5 that is written in that question.
Plus 5.
5 as domain.
We don't need to take that in consideration, no?
Which one? Which one? I didn't get this. This you are talking about.
So mod x plus 5 is written in question, no?
That is written.
And if they are saying domain of f of x is R. For that case, I only have to see that mod x values only, not for plus 5 you consider we are taking.
No, she's asking plus 5 separate from the
Our real numbers include 5 also.
Yeah.
Sir, I think she's asking
you will
what
have
are the
something
values
like
of
this.
x.
You have to take only the x values in domain, not mod x plus 5 values. You don't have to consider that fx function's value in domain set. Okay?
Yeah, understood, sir.
Understood.
Yeah, sir.
Sir.
All right.
Sir, just one question, sir. Sir, can you take that graded assignment question number 8, sir? Can you just explain?
Sir, question number 3, sir, first.
Next.
Okay,
next
I'll
one,
take
sir.
up your graded thing. I'll just glimpse through that after
sir.
this activity is done. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, but I think we should quicken
Sir,
up.
question number 3.
Yes, sir. No, it is 8.
So we can go to 1.9.
Yeah.
Sir, question number 3, sir.
1.9 definitely I'm taking. So here, what do you have doubt in this?
Sir, I have doubt in, sir, how do you find onto function?
See, this question says it is from R to R.
No, sir.
So
No
how
doubt.
it is none of this?
I didn't get. What are you telling?
So how this answer is but none of this? Why it's not
Okay.
injective or
You understood
surjective or
this is not
bijective?
1-1. You understood why it is not 1-1.
No, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. क्योंकि सर ये
Sir, since it's a quadratic, it's not 1-1, right?
देते हैं सर.
Yeah,
No, sir, please explain it.
Two different.
It is not onto because codomain is also having negative numbers and that output is not giving us negative number because of that modulus.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes, have you submitted assignments? How many times do you guys have submitted?
Sir, please mute everyone.
I don't know who is that. Somebody has to tell. I think I understand.
Abhishek, please mute.
Okay, just a minute. So
Sir,
we
mute
have
everyone and
less
explain.
time right now. We have another 15 minutes. And we'll try to do as much as we can. So here, clearly, I'll just quickly tell you how is this not a thing. Because if you take, there are two values of x. Now, if I have to draw here as -4, yeah. And if I take 10 by 4, this gives me 0, right? This condition is happening. So this is not 1-1. Correct?
Yes, sir. Not 1-1.
Yes.
Sir,
And
we can also find the graph of mod nature of.
wait. Yeah, the nature of mod function is going to be always like this. It is always going to give you positive values, right? But here, your codomain is what? Your codomain is
Or real value.
all real values. But you see, your range will be from 0 to
All positive value. 0 to infinity.
Yeah, so it's going to be from 0 to infinity, right? So
Yes,
that is
sir.
something you will get. So you see the domain is not equals to codomain, and therefore this is not onto as well, right? So I think this is what we are done with now.
Okay, sir.
So now we can take up questions on.
Sir, I needed clarity
Sir,
on
question number 5.
Question
here.
5.
Yes, sir. Here it looks different, but in the activity question, it says that the domain of x is the domain f x belongs to R, and f of x also is an element of R. And then it shows 3 right answers, but I don't know how the first option of square root of 10 minus x can be a right answer if the domain and the even the codomain is real numbers.
Okay, I get it. So which of the following is injective? That's the question, right? And if this is the thing given to you, and so you see what? So basically something was written on the top and this is not the same thing, right? And actually what is given in your portal is the right thing. This is wrong. I think I should not tell you why it is wrong right now. So what is given over there is, by that statement, what it means is for well-defined function. Just keep in that mind. By that statement, it means for a well-defined function. Now come to this part. Why is this function an injective function, right? So you know that how do you check for injectivity?
For every input, there should be different output.
1-to-1
Different input, there should be different output.
So if you take 10 minus root over of 10 minus x, this 10 minus x has to be greater than or equals to 0.
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Okay, so if that is the case, then what should be the thing? What should be my x values? That means
greater than x is less than equal to 10.
Less than or equals to 10. So x can only take these values. That means my domain for this function is from yeah. So it's going to be 10 to minus infinity, right?
Minus infinity, yes, sir.
So this is something I'll have my domain. Now you see, you give any unique value for x, you will get only one output.
Yes, sir.
You can check with this condition. F of x1 is equals to f of x2 implies x1 is equals to x2.
Hey,
So,
sorry, can you repeat that, please? Sorry, that first option. Sorry to ask that. Can you quickly repeat that? What you explained?
This one?
The first one. 10 root of 10 minus x. You said it falls between 10 minus x is greater than 0 and.
Why? It's because, see, I cannot write -1. If I give root over of -1, this becomes a complex number.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So we are just dealing with real numbers. So I always have to make sure that this is never negative. So if it is never negative, then this condition must be there.
It's 0 or greater than 0.
Yeah.
That is why we have written. For this function to be defined on a real number, this condition has to happen, right? And that's how we
Yes,
have.
sir.
Okay.
So now we understood. Yeah. You still have doubt in this first option? No, right?
Yeah.
So square root of 4 will be plus or minus 2, right?
Square root of 4 is plus or minus 2.
So it is being mapped to 2 for 2 answers over there. So how is this possible?
Where? Which one?
Square is 4 and 2.
Which one? Which option you're talking about?
First one, sir. First one. Root of 10 minus x. That is being mapped
Not
to.
plus or minus. You see, this is only plus.
So the question given is root over of 10 minus x, not root over of x. If it was only root over x, then you are right.
No,
But
see,
the question
you
is
also
10
have to
minus
pay
x.
attention over here. What is the sign given here? It is only plus, not minus.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. If I would have given plus or minus over here, no, this would have not been injective function.
So that means the final
So generally, this kind of we have to comprehend it's a positive thing, unless it's specifically given as plus or minus.
Yeah, right. Clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, sir, just to clarify on it, if I have a codomain and a domain given as a range, so I don't have to see if it gives me complex numbers. All I have to see is all the range that are possible if it gives me one-to-one function for that particular range. Is what I have to look at.
Yeah. So see, when a function is defined and it's told from R to R, and if it says from R to R, it means your domain is R. Okay. Your codomain is R.
R.
Yeah. Yeah. So that time you don't really have to, you will be checking for your range at that case, and then you see if your domain is equals to range or that kind of things.
Okay. Yeah? All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
Sir,
So somebody was asking.
Sir, only 10 minutes are left, sir. Just take related assignment question.
1.9. Yes, please tell me what doubt you have in this.
10 and 11.
So question number 2.
11.
Question number 2.
So somebody was asking me repeatedly of 1.9. Is that person here?
Sir, I have doubt in question number 2.
1.932, sir.
Sir, 6.
3?
Yeah, 6. 2, 3, and 6, sir.
In second question, second one, sir.
Second question, second one. This one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So we'll discuss this and this.
Sir, also 6.
This one?
6.
This is PG, sir.
I guess I have different numbering.
Yes, sir, 6.
Just tell me which is that.
Sir, 3 from 3 part 2 and 3, sir.
Okay. Okay. So part 2 and part 3, right? Okay. So okay, fine. So all right. So here coming to this question. Now the suppose the Cartesian product of M cross M has 9 elements, among which 2 elements are 2, 4 and 3, 2. Now it says Cartesian product of M cross M has 9 elements, right? So cardinality of M cross M is 9, right? And now it says 2 elements are, now you have some sets and 2,
4.
2, 4 and another element is 3, 2.
3,2.
Okay. So now you see this is M cross M, right? So that this can be written as cardinality of M cross cardinality of M, which is equals to 9. Then I can write this as, I can take this as, let's say, X. So X cross X is 9 or X square is 9. So what can be the possible values of X?
X equal to 3.
So that means I can have 3 elements.
Yes, sir. 4.
I can have only 3
And
elements.
these are 2, 3, 4.
So, and I have, see here, these elements are given to me, right? So now you see, I can only have, now since this was mapping from M to M, and you see the possible elements that I can have is 2, 3, and 4 only, right?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir. Sir.
So my set M contains 2, 3, and 4. These are the only elements it can have, right? If it, let's say if I had another elements 3, 5, that means this 5 also had supposed to be in my element, right? In that case, my cardinality would have been 4. But look at this condition, what it says. M cross M has 9 elements. That means set M has only 3 elements. And those unique elements are 2, 3, 4. Right?
So can you
That
please
is why.
zoom in the display?
Yeah.
The third question.
So second one.
Second one.
Second,
Now we will
second.
understand.
Sir, in second one, sir.
Yeah. I'll take this. Now we understood my M has 2, 3, and 4. Right? Now what? Remaining elements of M cross M. So could you tell me what will be the, if this is 2, 3, and 4, and this is also 2, 3, and 4. So if I can map all these elements, so if I have my relation, which will be 2, 2,
2, 3. Everyone has 3 different.
2, 4. Then similarly, with
9.
3, I can map this.
9 elements will be there.
Totally 9 elements, and all I have to do is subtract these 2 elements. Right? So you can just list them out here. So this is, other element is going to be 3, 3. This is going to be 3, 4. And another is going to be 4, 2. This is going to be 4, 3. And this is going to be 4, 4. Right? Now all I have to do is subtract these 2 elements. That is 2, 4. 2, 4 is here. So I just remove this. And 3, 2. Just remove this. Remaining all elements will be here. Okay.
Sir, I marked the first one, but can you explain the order of this? Order.
See, you can write this over here and this you can write over here. But you cannot change this order. Understood? You understood? You cannot write 2, 3 as 3, 2. This is not allowed because this 2 is coming from first set, right? And this is coming from second set, isn't it? But this is permitted. Now you can interchange and write. You can write 2, 2 as a first element and 2, 3 as a second element. This is perfectly fine.
Can I ask you a quick question? We are writing so much of things here in actual qualifier exam, which is going to be online. Do we have a pen and paper to write these things and try it out?
Yeah, you will be provided.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right.
So can I ask one more question about functions, sir?
Yeah.
Similar to the earlier question here, if I have to see if my domain is real and my codomain is also real numbers, and root of 3x plus 15.
Root of 3
x, everything under the yes, 3x plus 15. So just because it doesn't have a plus or minus, we'll assume it is plus, and hence the values will always be positive.
Could you repeat again? Here, right? Yeah.
Yes. So
yes,
just because, so the function of f of x of this will always have a positive output.
Yeah.
Is my logic correct when I?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Thank
but
you so much.
then depends on x. But if it depends
no, but
on
this
x,
can never give you negative value. You see, it can never give you negative value. No, this is always
Right.
taking positive.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
No, but then sorry to ask that, but then the domain has to be it has
X
to be finite, right? If it is going
in
to
that
be
case, the domain has to be this thing 3x
greater
plus.
than equal to minus 5.
Yeah. So in this case, the domain changes. 3x
Yes,
plus
sir.
has to be greater than or equals to 0.
So in the question, it says that the domain and the codomain are real numbers.
Then real numbers can be negative also, right?
Yeah. So you see, basically, then you'll have to restrict the domain there, and you say like, I don't know which question it is wherein they are saying that.
It's from
real to real.
activity 10.
There in some activity questions, this kind of question are there.
No, I agree. But
I calculated here. So if I take it as 5, then I get it root of 0. But if I go any negative with any more negative numbers, then it becomes a complex number.
No, obviously.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Yeah, your point is right.
In that
If it
case,
is
your
going to be
domain will not be, your domain will always be like 3x. It will be greater than or equals to 0.
But why you say so? Is it mandatory? It has to be greater than 0?
Yeah, you cannot have negative values inside because it become complex.
Okay. So you mean to say,
number.
for this particular thing, it is complex numbers is not there, so it can't be in the realm of complex numbers. Right?
All the functions are defined for a real number. On real number, that's why we shouldn't go into the complex part. Yeah.
Sir, in some question,
So
it
this
is
is from
given the
activity 11, and there in the question it mentions that the domain and the range both are real numbers.
So no other things are given?
I will read
Function,
it out.
function
Which of the
given.
following functions is always non-negative if domain of f is x belongs to real numbers and f of x belongs to real numbers?
So that's the thing. No, you have to tell full sentence. So f of x belongs to real number and f of x belongs to real. So you will have to choose all set values of x where your f of x is real, right?
Okay.
Isn't it?
Okay.
We are defining domain properly. That's not a problem.
Thank you.
So the snail, this product 12. Should we
so,
take 0 also, sir?
Yeah, you should include 0.
Because there will be only 12 elements, no? Then won't we get more than 12 elements?
No, see, any set has a subset which is an empty set.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay.
That is why this is included. That's all. And
cardinality of a empty set is 0. Am I right?
Yeah.
So though we take this empty set, still the cardinality will be only 12.
Sorry?
The 0 is included in this set, sir, 0 to 12. But when you ask what is the cardinality of this, say this D answer, we will say only 12.
What is the cardinality of this set?
Nothing.
0.
0.
1.
No.
Sir, 0.
It does not contain any element. That is why its cardinality is 0.
If the set containing 5, then it will be 1.
Yeah. So I think.
Sir, I don't understand that one in the question number 3, sir.
Which
3.
Yeah. What is the doubt?
Frog, snail, frog, fox, and fox, snail. That will be a transitive relation, right?
That is.
But the question is about whether it's a symmetric one. So how does that explain?
No, where is it? Whether it's symmetric?
No, subdivision 3, so.
This one?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, now they are asking if you want to make it symmetric, then you will have to have the other pairs of it. That is what they're asking. So now how many elements you can add? See, now you see symmetric relations means if A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A should belongs to R, right? Now snail comma frogs. Now do you have frog comma snail in this? Frog comma snail?
No,
don't have it.
No,
so you will have to add that, right? So you add
sir.
frog comma snail. So this element you will add. What about bird comma bird? Bird comma bird is in itself is symmetric.
Yeah.
Fox comma frog. So do you have frog comma fox in this?
Yes, sir.
Do you have in this? No, you don't have it. So you will
No,
have
we
to
have to
add
add
this
it.
element.
Yeah.
Do you have fox comma snail in this?
No, sir.
So you will have to add this also for it to be symmetric. So how many elements you are adding altogether? 3.
Yes, understood, sir.
Okay, so now we'll take out
credit assignment question number 8.
Sir, third one,
Just
second
explain
one,
that statement, sir.
Okay, now I'll take up this last graded wala thing and then we can just end this session because now I'm getting complaint from the office.
Yes, sir.
The third one, second, sir. I asked.
Question number 6.
Third one, second.
1.7.
See, somebody, if you have that doubt,
Activity function
wait.
1
Activity 11.
Question number 7 and
6, 7, 8.
1.1.
Activity 11.
Activity 11, question number 7 and 8.
6, 7, 8.
Yes, sir.
See, this question
Please.
is there in your this thing. Wait, I'll tell you. That question is there in your what do you say? In FAQ. We have given this solution for that question. Go to resources from instructor icon. What you see in your student page, which is something like this.
Activity 11.
So you can see here. Yeah.
Sir, activity 11.
So activity 11, question 7, 8, and 6.
Yes, sir. 11.
Did you go to this one?
Upside.
Did you go to this part here?
Yes, sir. I have a confusion why we are taking the
Okay, I will just take that graded assignment one. Yes, tell me what doubt.
Sir, F comma G transitive symmetric F comma G.
Sir, just explain that statement, sir.
F comma
Which
G.
one?
Question number 8. Question number 8.
Okay, question number 8.
Yeah, just- So just mute everyone, sir, please. Last time.
Okay.
Hang on, hang on.
Tell me. You can unmute yourself and speak.
Yes, sir. Sir, just explain that statement, sir. That here it is written that in a survey among 100 people, it was found 80% of these people like TV series Friends. That is okay. Means out of 100, 80% people like Friends. Then, sir, here I am getting confused. At 70% of all the 100 people like the TV series GOT. What is this, sir? 70% of all the 100 people. What does it mean?
It means
70
like,
of 100.
Yeah, 70 of 100.
Yeah, 70 out of 100 people like GOT.
I have a small doubt in that. In that, it said note that some people may not like either series. Should I take it as somebody will be there, or I can take it as 0 also? May is
that will be the complement of A union B, right, sir?
No, I'll first address this. Note some people may not like either of the series. So somebody is asking like, should we take it 0 or should we take it some values? You have to take that value for which this is going to be minimum number of people who like TV series. So you have to make sure that this condition is being fulfilled there. Accordingly.
No. My question is something like may is either or. It can be or it can be other way. I can take it as nobody. There's 0 people who like don't like either of the series.
That depends on this statement.
But then they are more interconnected. Like this, the one which you have highlighted is directly dependent on the other one.
See, what is the minimum number of people who like both the TV series?
Right. Yeah.
Note that some people may not like either series.
Okay, fine. So this minimum number, if I put X number, then there I get 0. If I change X plus 1, then it becomes there it becomes a different number. So
but you take with some different number. I mean, you take some percentage and you see whether you get the minimum number or not. Which case gives you a minimum number, that will be the answer.
Sir, if we take 80% of 100, means 80 people are like TV series Friends, and 70% of all the 100 means 70 people like TV series GOT.
Can you mute everyone, sir?
So see, for this question, I think I am getting what you're trying to say. Now you'll be like 70% of this means, so you really want to convert that into percentage and then solve that, right? Just take it in the percentage form and just keep your Venn diagram ready with you, and you keep some elements outside the Venn diagram.
Sir, I am getting confused in that percentage form, sir.
No, there is basically no problem at all, and I think this is quite very straightforward. You should be lucky. Like I mean, they have given 100 people. If you would have been some other number. Okay, just tell me what specific doubt you are having. Like 70% of 100 people.
No, I am telling sir. I am telling sir that so here it is written 80% of these 100 people like TV series. Means out of 100, 80 people like TV series Friends. Okay.
Correct.
70% of the 100 people means 70% of that rest 20 people.
No, of 100 they are saying, no?
No, then there can be people who like both of it, right?
Yeah,
so you have to
that's
consider
what,
the universal set of that. That will be 100 people. 70% of 100 people will be the thing.
It's not
the value only is not mentioned.
Can I say that 100 is the total number of people we are considering as the total universal set?
Yeah.
Yes. Obvious, right?
Yeah, 100 is actually the universal set.
Universal set. And out of that, 70 like the GOT and 80 like the Friends series. I think then you work it out the problem.
Yeah.
So question number 6, please.
Sir, question number 6.
Sure, this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sir, question number 2, please, sir.
0 points, Venn. Why do you want to spend time now?
Sir, the same question was asked in previous qualifier.
Yeah, sir.
It won't come now.
Sir, here how to get R, sir, here?
About the reflex.
Sir, it is some mistake is there about in this question, I think.
Here.
Sir, do these
question.
work it out afterwards also.
It is actually the answer is given in the previous qualifier, reflexive and symmetric.
Question 1.11, 7 and 8.
Sorry, which one?
Activity
Let's discuss
question 1.1.
Oh, you are still in activity. Which one? 1.11.
11, activity 11, 7 and 8.
Okay, now I think I should leave this because I'm getting
Yes, sir.
1
Sir, I
point.
asked third
1.11,
question, sir, from 1.9.
Seventh question, it's a
1.11,
graphical
yes.
question. Yes, yes. 7th, yes. This
Which
graphical one.
question? Which question in this?
1.11, 7 and 8.
7 and 8. I don't.
1.11.
I have a different numbering here. Could you tell me which one?
7, sir. 7.
7? This one?
Yes, 7.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, 7.
Yes.
This is like I don't know. You were there with me from beginning?
No, sir, I missed some part.
Okay. So I think
Yes,
it is like okay. So could you tell me what is the domain for this? What is domain for this?
Sir,
Huh?
-2 to 9. -4 to 9.
-4 to 9.
-4 to 9.
What is range for this? This is my domain. What is my range for this?
Sir, 0 to 9.
No, why 0?
Sir, 1.
3 to
1
9.
to 9.
3 to 9.
Sir, it's 1 to 9.
So your domain is 4 to 9 and your range is 1 to 9. Range is 5 values, no? So this is y. This is the lowest y value and this is the maximum y value. This is the lowest x value and this is the highest
Okay,
x
sir.
value. So
Thank
that's
you, sir.
yes. Somebody was here and I'll just wind up.
Yes, sir. Third question, second part.
This part, right?
Yes, sir.
So now
Yes,
you
sir.
see your S is this, right? So you do that S cross S, you will get how many elements? 16 elements in your S cross S.
Yes, sir.
And if you subtract R from that, what do you get? How many elements are over here?
12.
4. So you will left
So
with
there are
12.
4 if we subtract 12.
So how many elements do you have? 12 elements altogether, right?
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
what are
Yes,
they
sir.
asking? What are the set of possible cardinalities of P?
It has to be 12, no, sir.
They are asking subsets, no? Let P be the subsets of this. What is the possible cardinalities of P?
Sir, okay, I understood that because there are 0 to 12, null set also is a subset of
And
P.
they are asking that is the set. What you write in the power set is basically a set itself, right?
Yes, sir.
For that set, what is the cardinality?
Okay, so it's just a number, not the specific
exactly,
scale, forms like that.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
understood, sir.
Can
So
you just explain the previous one, that graph which you said, that domain and range? Can you just quickly repeat that again?
Which one? This
Excuse
one?
me,
This
sir.
one, yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Can you send the PDF of this on the chat?
This one we are not sending it.
Yeah, this one. Can you just how do you say domain is -4 and 9?
So see, domain is basically like, see, whatever your graph has been traced over here, only that x values, the lowest and the maximum values of that falls under this. Okay. So now if I have to say this, now if I have another graph, something like this, okay, and let's say this one, and here this point is, I think after this you will be clear, -2, 4, and this value is, let's say 2, 5, or let's say 2, 4 only. I don't know if it is visible. So after this we are leaving now because I'm getting complaint from office right now.
Sir, I wanted to thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Today's
Thank you,
session
sir.
was
Can I
really
leave now?
wonderful.
My doubt is already clear.
Definitely.
And informative.
Thank you, sir, for
ask
everything,
about
for your
the
help.
deadline of the graded assignment, so we can submit it by tomorrow midnight, right?
Can you just complete
but
that thing,
don't
range?
wait
Sorry.
for end, right?
Sorry, can you just complete that thing, domain?
Yeah. That's what I'm
-2 to
doing
4.
it for you right now. Just give me a
Sir,
minute.
finally, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, we wish that all the sessions will be like this.
Yes,
In
sir.
others,
It was
there will
a
be
very
chaos
satisfactory.
sometimes. There will be chaos and hustle. We can't get even what a person is saying.
Yeah,
Today's class was very informative. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
sir.
Exactly. Loved it a lot.
Thank you, sir. It was
Thank you.
very satisfactory, very nice, very
Yeah,
good. Sir, thank you, sir.
Let me complete this now and
Okay, sir.
We'll be waiting for the next session.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. So here, the domain part. So the domain part is whatever the graph is given. Now this, let's say this graph is f of x. Okay.
Yeah.
Now for this f of x, what is the set of values your function is taking? Now this is my graph f of x. What is the set of x values your function can take? Now you see this graph is given and it is defined from -2 to 1.
2.
So 1 and
-2.
it is included.
Okay.
But you see, there are the values inside this are not included. So I will not be taking that. From 2 to
4.
this is my domain for this graph.
Okay.
Okay. Here, why did I wrote like this? The domain is something 4 to 9. It's because you see
It's a
this
single.
is continuous.
Yeah, continuous graph. Yeah.
That's why. That's why I
Okay,
gave you an discontinuous graph to explain you this. Now
okay, great. Yeah, got it. Yeah, I just got it confused a bit. Thank you very much. I
Sir, one
appreciate
small
it.
question. Sir,
No
one
more
small
questions.
question, please.
Clarification, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir, this f of x1 equals f of x2, x1 equals x2. I'm not able to get it because that is a basis for understanding this injective.
Sir, for every x, there should be one and unique, right?
It is not exact value. I can't say 1 is equal to 2. It doesn't mean that way. How does it?
Why do we say this? It's basically like you see. We know that mod x function was is mod x function on one function?
No, sir. No, sir.
It's not. Why? Because for -1 and for 1, you see you get the same output value. -1 and 1 was giving you 1 itself.
Yes, sir.
So in this case, now you see f
Yes.
of -1
Okay.
equals to f of 1, which is actually equals to 1, right?
Okay.
But you see this thing is happening. -1 is not equals to 1, correct?
Okay. So it will not be equal to 1.
Go ahead.
So it will not be x.
That is why it is,
-1 is not equal to 1.
that is why it is not 1, 1.
Okay. It is not 1. So if f of x1 is equal to f of x2, x1 should not be equal to x2.
x1 should be equals to x2 for it to be 1, 1 function.
Yeah, it should be equal to. Otherwise, okay.
Yeah. See
So
here,
x1 will be say f of x1 is 1, f of x2 is 1. x1 is -1 and x2 is 1. So it is not 1 to 1. Okay.
Understood.
Sir, 0.
Yeah, yes,
sir,
yes.
Sir, 0 is considered as a prime or composite?
0 is considered as prime or composite.
Neither prime nor composite.
Yeah, it doesn't fall in any of these.
And they also.
So can we say that codomain is like the function for general rule of function, each element should be mapped uniquely. Can we also say that for the codomain for injective, it should be mapped uniquely?
Codomain for could you come again? Sorry.
Sir, for the general rule of function, the set of elements of domain should have a unique image in set B, no, sir?
In your codomain, for it to be 1, 1, right?
Yes, sir. For it to be 1, 1. So, sorry, sir. So the codomain has to be a unique image. Sorry, it's a pre-image. Should have pre-image to satisfy the condition as 1, 1.
Yeah, right.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
And this ax plus b, sir, f of x is equal to ax plus b. Then you add on both sides. You say a equals b. So it is based on the same conclusion, sir. x1 equals x2, f of x.
Okay, now if this is the condition, right?
Yes.
Now you check whether, now you check what is f of x1. So you take one example. Let's say you take f of 1. Okay.
Okay.
Let's not take 1. Let's take x1 only. And you see what do you get over here? A x1 plus b. What is f of x2? You get a x2 plus b.
Okay.
Okay. So now if I say f of x1 is equals to f of x2, so I'll equate them and I'll solve these two, and then I should come to an conclusion. So if I equate them, if this is happening, then when I solve that, I should get x1 is equals to x2. So now if I solve this, ax2 plus b, bb cancel, aa gets, so if bb gets cancelled, you see what do you get? Ax1 by ax2, a can get cancelled, and then you find x1 is equals to x2. So now you see for f of x1 equals to f of x2, my x1 is equals to x2. So it is going to be 1, 1 function. So that means the function what you gave over here, this is 1, 1.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So now we'll just stop now. All right.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So exam में calculator लेके जाना allow है क्या?
Calculator लेके जाना allowed नहीं है, but we'll get a virtual calculator.
But then virtual calculator, you are not able to input it through the numbers, right? Given in the laptop.
Yeah, I mean the keyword, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you will have to use
Sir,
mouse.
the virtual calculator is the
That's pretty
same
cumbersome.
what
Yeah,
we are getting in the practice
yeah,
assessment.
yeah, you will get it similar.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Very cumbersome.
Sir, what about the next week's schedule, sir? It's not yet updated in the Google Calendar.
Yeah, it will be updated and it's going to be the similar way. It's going to be Thursday, Saturday.
Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So, thank you, everyone.
So,
Thank you.
Sneha.
Thank you.
So, I have asked you about 1.7, question number 5. There, hello?
I'm listening to you.
Yes. So, I have the doubt on option itself. Matlab, option 4, why is it right? Because Anil and Neha are not related as per the conditions given. Why we are taking option 4 as right option? I think it should be option 1. Can you once please make me clear if I am getting wrong?
I got it. Which one you are telling? Activity, which one?
In your PDF activity 7, 1.7, question number 5.
Okay, let me just open that. 1.7, question number 1.7. Option, question number 5. What doubt do you have? Neha? Yeah.
Anil and Neha. It is mentioned in option 4. Anil and Neha is also mentioned. But in the conditions they have given, Anil and Neha are not brother and sister. Why is it considered as per the right answer? That's my question, sir.
That is not the right option, no? Neha?
Option 4.
Option 4. Okay. Just let me share to you that once. But if I'll share, then again, someone will ask some question more.
So I am waiting for a long time.
Okay, all right. I'll share to you. But this is last now, and
Yes.
And I'll be really okay. Now you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Option D, right?
Yes.
Tell me what.
So there, Anil and Neha, the last. If you can see.
This one.
Yeah. As per the conditions given in the question, there is no Anil and Neha as brother and sister is mentioned, and R equals to A B. Here we are talking about A should be brother. Can you explain this option?
Okay. Now let me just see this. B, G, be the set of boys and girls respectively. Ramu is a brother of Neha. Okay, so I will. So Ramu is a brother of Neha. So it is something like this. And what else is given? Ramu is a brother of Neha. Anil is a brother of Kirti. Anil is a brother of Kirti. Where is our Anil? Anil is a brother.
Yes.
And
Suraj is brother of Neha.
So Anil is a brother of Kirti. Anil is a brother of Kirti. Suraj is a brother
It's like
of
transitive property, sir.
Yeah, 1 minute. Suraj is a brother of Neha and Kirti. There is Neha.
Yes, sir.
Neha and Kirti. Okay, I'll just write down here. Kirti and then Anil was here. Okay. Now what does it says? Suraj is a brother of Suraj is a brother of Neha and Kirti. So Suraj is a brother of Neha and Kirti. So if I have a Suraj is a brother of Neha and Kirti. So what do you see? All of them. Now Suraj. So all of them are related, right? Isn't it? See, Suraj is a brother of Neha and Suraj is a brother of Kirti as well. But Neha is a sister of Ramu.
Okay, sir.
Kirti is a brother. Kirti is a sister of Anil, So all of them are brother and sisters.
Okay, sir. Now I got it. Thank you, sir.
So now I just end the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Snehha, is there? Someone. There's still someone there to help me. Sneha, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sneha, actually, so have you submitted multiple time or only one time?
Sir, multiple times.
Okay. So I have a lot of doubts. So can you can't share the screen right now?
No, I guess not.
Okay. So I have submitted it twice, but so the activity 10, 1 and 10 second questions. So I don't know what will be the answer, how to do that also. So I'm completely out of that question. So can you look at 1 and 1.10, question number 2?
Activity 1.10, question number 2.
Yeah, not activity, graded assignment.
Graded assignment.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 0 point wala question.
Oh no, I'm sorry. So what I said is I said activity question only. I said, right?
Sorry.
No, I said activity question.
Yes.
1.10 question
Yes.
number 2.
Okay.
Yeah. The
Yes.
product of the minimum value of the function f of x equal to 9 modulo x.
Activity 1.10, question number 2.
Yeah.
But which question you are asking is not
the product of the minimum activity question 1.10. But not graded questions, this one.
Activity question 1.10, na?
Yeah.
Question number 2.
Yeah. The product of the minimum value of the function f of x equal to.
Here it is given which of the following is the subset of A into A.
Oh, is it looking different one for you?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, then we can say graded assignment number 10. If you are looking on the graded assignment, the question number will be 10. The product of the minimum value of the function.
Question number 10. Okay.
Okay, come to graded assignments now.
Yes. The product of the minimum value of function.
So yes. I don't know how to deal this exactly.
Okay. Sir has explained this one.
Okay.
Okay, you can go through the lecture once again in the YouTube itself.
Yeah,
I don't think I can explain it through, I can explain you through just telling that how to deal with it.
Understood, completely understood. So can I ask some questions on this? So if 5 modulo of x, so if we need to give some input value for that?
Yes, we can assume some value there.
Okay, what kind of value? Is a real number or natural numbers?
Real number, 0. You have to make it a bit easier for yourself, na? You wouldn't take some decimal point to a number.
Understood. Understood. So can I give -1, 0, and 1?
Yes, you can take 0, 1, 2, like that. And I think I'm not the person to ask this question. I'm not really very clear about this question.
I know that, but you
Yes.
guys are talking much familiar on this subject. That's what I'm asking you. So I have completed twice, but I'm
Sir,
unable to get the
who
answer.
am I talking to? Can I know?
Venkat.
Venkat.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, we can talk in the group also.
So yeah, WhatsApp group is there.
Yes.